Can you believe that? The thinking, the true thinking behind that's. I mean that shows you how this is how you cook the books. Fucking seriously,
yo,
this is how you cook the books.
Well,
yeah, Mexico's going to pay for it out of their aid money.
Yeah. That's very smart there, Donald.
That's so clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but technically Mexico did pay for it because we took out of their aid money.
Yeah. That we were giving them.
Yeah, we're still giving them money.
Yeah.
We're still going to give them any
We're still gonna give
X
them
number
aid
of
money,
millions.
but,
of
like,
millions of
We're just
fucking
going to take a
dollars.
little bit off the top to put it on the wall.
What is
Make
it?
a
Is it
fucking
five? Is it 5 billion? He's wanting something like that.
I don't know.
Something stupid number like that.
At this rate, they'll be paying for the rest of our lives.
Lend lease for the wall.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God! Imagine like the wall. It actually start being built, but like halfway through, like he gets like impeached or whatever, and then don't get reelected, and then the next president's like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna have half a wall."
No, but usually, don't most presidents just keep onwards with what they're doing? Or no, if the next president, he'll just say, fuck it, stop it.
Yeah, he can just say,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, stop it. This is dumb.
Done.
There's a lot of things we can do with $5 billion.
I love it.
Not fucking building a wall."
No.
Well, with that, welcome to the show, people.
Welcome back.
Hello, everybody.
Sons of bitches. Hope everybody's Christmas was good.
Fuck Christmas.
Oh, Jesus. I still see Grumpy Bear still grumpy.
Fuck Christmas.
Yep. And this is our New Year's show. That lined up pretty well.
Yeah.
A show for Christmas and show for New Year's. It's pretty
Oh, yeah,
good.
for sure.
Pretty good.
So, yeah, so as you can see, Donald Trump.
He's at it again, folks.
An absolute.
He's at it again.
Absolute fucking idiot.
And like I was saying, it makes it, like, technically, it makes him look good because the Democrats run the House. So now if they don't approve the wall during election time, they'll be like, well, look, I tried. These Democrats, they don't want to work. So they gets the other people out full force to vote for him.
It depends on who the Democrats put up against him.
Oh, apparently Hillary's trying to run again.
No.
That's the rumor.
No.
I say The Rock,
Tell you
but
what.
The Rock.
Fuck no.
yeah, sure, 2 WWE Hall of Famers in the White House in a row. I'm good to go.
Yeah, sure.
What?
Donald Trump's in the WWE Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
go fuck yourself. Are you serious?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But, well, they
They have a celebrity wing.
They nominated like a celebrity to come in and get.
Yeah, he's wrestled before. And WrestleMania 4 and 5 were at Trump Towers.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Why would he?
Why would I even fucking think about
Why would
that?
he even care?
Yeah, that's true. What? Oh, jeez, what was I fucking thinking?
Come on, Dom. You should know this guy by now.
Really?
Why would he even care?
Sure. The orange fucking monster throwing himself around. What was he? Was he in knickers as well?
No, he actually. Oh, no, that was the hair versus hair match.
What?
The match that he was in, it was.
He didn't technically wrestle. He was in the corner of a wrestler.
Yeah, and then he beat up Vince McMahon.
If this wrestler lost, like, he get his head shaved. And then if, like, Vince McMahon, the owner, if his wrestler lost, Vince McMahon would get his head shaved.
Yeah.
So Vince McMahon's wrestler lost.
And then he jumped on McMahon and beat him up.
Yeah, that was again.
No, McMahon. No, Trump jumped on McMahon and beat him up.
I saw that. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Him jumping him.
He couldn't even. Yeah, he
like
could.
dog flailing.
It honestly looked like a fucking walrus jumping on.
That was.
Why do you
terrible.
find this entertaining?
Well, I didn't know he was a racist and he was going to be the president. This was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Just like P. Diddy. He didn't know. They said they used to be friends.
What?
P. Diddy?
Who was that?
Puff Daddy?
Oh, okay. You telling him his fucking nicknames is not going to make him realize who he is.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Whomever this is.
He's a hip hop mogul.
Oh.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
okay.
But he was on Ellen and he was saying like
On where?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, okay. I know her.
Yeah, so do I. I find her quite entertaining myself, actually. But she had him on, and one of the questions was like, who's the person you would least want to be in an elevator, stuck in an elevator with? And he was like, unfortunately, I picked Donald. I mean, we used to be friends, but I don't know if we could be in the same room together right now.
This is obviously after he became the president.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. I mean, before he became the president, all the rich people, everybody was just, rubbing elbows, hanging out. Well, probably not literally.
I find it weird, though. Especially a lot of the hip-hop guys, like, I don't know. They made references to being like Donald and wanting...
yeah, that's because that's, again, before he became the president. And when he was running for president, he was saying this racist bullshit, putting up walls and getting immigrants out and, like, tagging Muslims. Like, before that, he was just this rich baller, right? Like, he had his own shows and whatever. So
Who called Rosie O'Donnell a fat pig?
So all these guys that like fucking came from nothing, start making money, like they kind of refer to him like as like
it's a nouveau riche, and then you look at like exactly the same as you when you talk about it in such a manner that the only thing that you're interested in is money. So they see him as this icon because he's all of a sudden this guy with all this money. And
but it's weird too because I do think about money a lot, but
like private jets, fucking businesses.
I've never looked up to Donald. I've never thought of him as like someone to be looking up to.
Well, no, but you don't have rapper money though.
No, you don't.
No, but what I'm saying though is like you always strive that. No, none of us here, anyways.
Yeah.
But we always like as you're striving to make money, you're always like you pick somebody. I'm more of the. I like who I like fucking Richard. Is it Richard Cranston? No, the guy who runs
Richard Branson.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a fucking dick.
I really like him.
Why?
You don't like anybody from England, eh? You just don't like anybody from England.
You're like a self-hating Englishman.
You are. Oh, why is he a dick? Like, I've never heard anything bad about the guy. That's
really?
Wow, okay.
I've always heard he was like a nice guy, a philanthropist.
Philanthropist?
Yeah. That too.
So he's this guy that basically he's a rich guy, and you see people making these quotes, these memes of quotes of him saying something, look after your workers and and they will work hard for you and blah blah blah, all this fucking bullshit. But yet when it comes down to taxation, he doesn't want to pay his fair share of taxes. He doesn't give a fuck about those employees paying their taxes.
Oh, okay.
He's fine with that.
Okay.
You pay your tax, don't tax me. I'm fucking a multi-millionaire.
And also, like, one of the reasons probably people like him because he does those, like, stunts and stuff. Although I haven't seen him on TV lately. But
no, I haven't. The last...
like, like he did the whole fucking... He's done some bunch of fucking...
He's gone to fucking space in an airplane.
Like didn't he do the whole around the world in a balloon thing?
He was the guy that was
like
recognized as the first Elon Musk or whatever his fucking
he's like the fun billionaire. He's not the whole wear tie to board meeting kind of a person.
Yeah, see, I've always looked at him as someone to strive for, but
then you go on to Virgin Trains because in the UK the stupid fucking idiotic conservatives privatized all the trains. What a stupid fucking thing to do.
Subways.
But anyway,
aren't they called the trams?
What?
Aren't they called trams?
What are you talking about?
In England, aren't the trains called trams?
No, that's a different thing. That's
totally
like
different.
streetcars. Trams are like streetcars. They are streetcars.
Yeah.
That's what a tram is.
Excuse I didn't know. I mean,
anyway, so he he ran Virgin Rail, and even though Virgin Rail was charging unbelievable amounts of money for tickets, he's this wonderful business guy that really fucked things up because it wasn't very profitable at all. But it was charging a fucking fortune for it.
Well,
hello.
Oh, what the fuck are you playing around with?
No, okay. I'm just adjusting here. Okay. But yeah, so Richard Cranston is a
Branson.
Cranston. What? Cranston's a fucking.
He's the actor.
Yeah, sorry. Listen, I've been up a couple hours.
Oh.
And I've been playing Red Dead Redemption, so
yeah. Okay.
I've been robbing people on the Cowboys as a cowboy, and I saw my fucking horse's nuts grow and shrink again.
That's the thing you just want to watch,
dude. You can't help but watch it. The horse takes a shit too.
Oh, I get it. Like, I mean, they did make, like, from what I heard, like, the game is really good, and it's like kind of give you the whole like the Wild West experience to the fullest. But I mean, I've seen a horse take a shit in real life. Why the fuck would I care about in a video game?
Will, he has no idea how to react to this.
Like, fuck.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Watching a horse.
So, who's your favorite billionaire? Like, billionaire that's
None
This
of
guy?
none of them?
I honestly do not think they should ever be a billionaire ever. With the same with the Amazon guy, he should be literally taxed as he is now at 99% of his earnings.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I know
If you look at it, I mean, a guy who earns, let's just say, a guy who earns 50 million a year, you tax him at 50%, right? Then he's still got 25 million a year.
Yeah.
But then you tax somebody who's on 50,000 a year at 50%, they're only on 25,000 a year.
I know.
So
like taxing is just fucked up anyways. Like even here, once you like make what was it?
The tax brackets are weird here.
Tax brackets are fucked up even in Canada, right? Like you like make over like just if you're making like $120,000 a year, like you're getting taxed like 48% or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? You're left with half of that. So if you actually want to have a family, you like, you know, house, wife, couple of kids, you better be making like $200,000 a year, because otherwise making $100,000 a year, you're still only making 50 after you get taxed.
It's one of the things that gradually now it's permeating. I don't know if you've seen it around, but now that young people are getting to their 20s, mid-20s, they're beginning to realise what the ramification of being working poor is. Excuse me, is that they're earning X number amounts of dollars per year, and they're paying out for everything. And house prices have gone through the fucking roof, so they can't afford a house unless the banks start doing these stupid fucking schemes that they did the same way that they did in 2007, 2008 when the crash happened.
Yeah,
except for Canada.
Yeah, but the big problem there is with the Conservatives and the Liberal governments of Canada. What they've done is they've pulled back the regulations, so the banks and the societies can do what they basically want to do. So as a consequence of that, if something does happen again, which by looking at the markets the way that they're so volatile at the moment, it's going to happen. So it will affect Canada this time. Basically because they've taken the regulations away. Blame Stephen Harper, blame Trudeau, whomever you wish to blame. They've fucked things up again.
It's mostly the things with the politicians, I guess. Listen, there's no right fucking. I don't think there's any right answer to those fucking people.
Well, you should run for office.
Sure.
Yeah.
You should run for office.
Well, you look at
Mayor Will.
Councilman first.
Well, you have to start off. You'd like low down, and then work your way up.
Yeah,
and then you go.
No, you could fucking get mayor right in the first shot.
Well, I think Derek. He put a post up on Derek Gibbons. He put a post up on his wall on his Facebook, and it was no surprise at all to me. And he said he didn't realise how popular he was because he got all these Christmas cards from developers. I wonder what next they're going to be offering him.
Yeah.
Because he's a new councillor, so they all send him a Christmas card, hello, blah, blah, blah. By the way, here's the couple of grand in your fucking, for your band or for your whatever, and then it gets to more and more and more and more.
Oh, they were making donations, eh?
No, they weren't. No, it started
thing.
off with Christmas cards. He didn't realise he was so popular until he saw how many Christmas cards he got from developers. So all these developers, all of a sudden, new councillor.
Yeah.
We need to butter this fucker up.
Yeah.
I should run for council. I'd be crooked.
Well, yeah, you would.
You would be.
I wouldn't. Shut.
You would.
You guys know I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would. You'd be straight in for it. If somebody came up to you and said, okay, I need this bit of green belt. I need your vote to get this through, and I'll give you a fucking 50 grand. You'd say, sure.
No.
Yeah, don't fuck up the belt, man. That's all we got.
No. Listen, I like to think I'm a stats type of guy.
Oh, what?
Stats, figures. You give me fucking black and white. Why it should go, why shouldn't it go? I'll make my decision on that. I've always been like that. I'm not going to just take money for the sake of taking money. Not my style.
Then why do you vote Conservative?
I vote Conservatives because
Because that's what he was born into. Just like religion. He was born into. No, I'm not fucking with you, man. People are born into political parties.
They are. I agree.
No,
I agree.
My
100%.
my dad's liberal.
No, well, that's weird then.
So he's still a Conservative, so it's the same thing.
My dad's...
There's no
I
fucking
do agree
difference.
with that a little bit.
My dad, I think he votes liberal. Well, if he could, he can't. And I think my brother's an NDP guy. So is my sister-in-law. We have different alliances. Conservatives speak more to me. I save more money to me. That's all.
So it comes down to dollars then.
Black and white, yeah.
Okay, so if somebody offered you a right amount of money, you'd take it.
No, that's different than taking.
No, it isn't. It's the same thing.
That's different than taking a bribe.
Why?
Because I'm not gonna fucking.
You don't think getting more on your tax refund is kind of a bribe?
No, because my number one.
I fully agree with you there.
My number one priority is saving money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with saving money, or trying to, anyways. I spend money like I'm a woman, but
what?
Whoa.
Oh,
we don't always say we don't think
dude,
that.
No, don't fucking associate me with that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Do not at all.
Women spend money.
I'm not saying they don't, but you can't categorize a person who spends money as being that particular sex or gender.
Like only women spends money.
Fuck off. Go look at Vikings. Who was the sailor?
Okay.
Who was the people that control the purse strings and everything else then?
Okay, it's true that women like to go shopping.
So do you.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
As long as you do it on a social basis.
Yeah, I can't do it alone.
No.
I hate it.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you want to put yourself in that kind of a category, I mean, usually that women do go out with their friends going shopping. Then
it's a social mechanism.
It's a social thing for you. I get it.
Yeah. I hate going by myself anywhere. I fucking hate it. I did it once and I left.
I told you to get that sex doll. You could have brought a sex doll.
Yeah.
Fuck off with the sex doll.
Put it in there.
It's been 2 months. You still talking about the fucking sex doll?
Hey, I wanted to fucking get you that for Christmas.
But fun cool.
If I could afford it.
If I had the cash, we would have bought it for you.
How the fuck was I supposed to bring that home?
Who cares?
Bring it home. Don't leave her in the car. Put her in the trunk.
Leave her in the trunk. Yeah. And then what happens if I get searched by a cop?
Then you'll have a sex doll in your trunk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nobody gives a fuck about
Nobody
that.
cares about that.
No. Why would they care about that?
Anyways. I don't think I would take a bribe. Honestly, I don't think I never have and never will.
Too much temptation.
No.
Too much temptation.
Dude, I don't think I would. I honestly don't think I would.
I just started a book, and it's the book is actually called 12 Minutes. That's what it is. That's the title of the book. If it ever gets published, whether they keep that title, I don't know. But it's 12 minutes.
Oh, so
you're writing the book.
Yeah, I'm starting. I've started. This is my fourth one. But anyway, I just started writing.
Oh, look, Will Rhodes, the fucking scholar and the author.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I didn't know you wrote books.
I didn't know either.
How many books did you say? 4?
This will be my fourth.
Yeah.
So
my autobiography will be 5th. We got to start doing that too.
So this is 12 minutes, and the reason why it's called 12 minutes is because after all the plot has gone through and the people who win the war have won it, basically they give the rich a 12-minute trial.
Okay.
So they've got 12 minutes to say why their life should be spared, why they should not be killed, taken outside and shot or guillotine or whichever. They've got an opportunity to be shot, to be guillotined or their throat slit.
Okay.
That's up to them how they die. It's their choice, whichever way you want to do it. So basically, can you imagine that? You've got 12 minutes.
Why specifically like 12 minutes?
Just because you've got that 12 minutes.
That's just a number.
That's it, a number.
Okay.
It could have been 10, it could have been 11,
Yeah.
it could have been 15,
Yeah.
but I chose 12.
Has a good ring to it. 12 minutes.
You know what I mean? You have now got 12 minutes to say why your life should be spared.
I mean, you got a hard on for fucking rich people, don't you?
Oh, I fucking hate them.
What happens if you were rich?
What if I was? If I was rich,
Like if you won the lottery tomorrow.
if I was rich, I would try my hardest to help as many people as I could. I would literally. I mean, the most ridiculous thing we have in the whole Western Hemisphere is we have thousands and thousands and thousands of empty properties, but we've also got thousands and thousands and thousands of homeless people. Why? Because somebody in China or the Emirates or wherever in the world, they want an investment property in this country. And because they've got an investment property in this country, nobody can go live there. It has to stay vacant until they can until they can turn a profit on it. It's ridiculous.
That's I'm against that too. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like the outside. I don't care. And I'm not saying just 'cause China, Emirates, whatever.
No, it's not even that, right?
You want plenty of Canadian business people.
Yeah, like you want to come in, you want to build something, that's fine. But like, just because you want to wait till the property values go up, you're literally taking away other people's opportunity to getting a business.
No, hey,
vacant
I agree.
right?
I agree with you. I'm not that I can. That I can.
So I would help.
with.
I'd try to help as many people as I could.
Oh, you're a fucking saint. I'm on vacation until further notice.
Really would.
I'd get all my ducks in line, get myself out of debt, get my brother out of debt, my father out of debt, and I am on vacay.
Of course, I would travel because I love traveling. I love going to different places in the world, and I'm very, 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 very fortunate that I've been to so many different places in this world already. Excuse me, but the thing is, I obviously I would travel. I would love to travel. There's certain areas, there's certain places in this world where I would love to go.
Chicago, here I come.
Fuck no.
Well, that's not my first place I would
No.
go to. Like anywhere in the States.
Actually, the only place in North America I really want to see is Chicago.
If anywhere in the States I would go to, I'd go to New Orleans. I'll go to New Orleans for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun place. I mean, I don't have any.
I want to go for food, man. Like they have good food down there.
Yeah,
In
Popeyes.
New Orleans. No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, go to New Orleans and go to a Popeyes. Go fucking Popeyes.
Makes perfect.
Yeah, I know.
fucking
It's
sense.
I know. It's like fucking people that go traveling and then go to a fucking McDonald's of whatever the
Yeah.
country they're in.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Like, come on.
Listen, in some places in Europe, McDonald's is a fucking huge deal.
Okay, listen. Certain even in Sri Lanka, like McDonald's have their Sri Lankan specific stuff, like couple of items. But like other than that,
It's
it's still
McDonald's.
fucking McDonald's,
Yeah.
right?
I know that, but isn't it in Sri Lanka where like you have to dress up to go to McDonald's?
No.
Like, yeah, in Italy it is. It's a place where you
What?
go. Yeah. I never told you this story?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, when my dad went to Italy, they
When was this?
Well, it
When
can't.
did
No.
that go to
that's
Italy?
true too. That's gotta be
When
7 or 8 years ago now. Was the last
What's
time we went.
that?
7 or 8 years ago.
7 or 8 years ago?
Why would
Man,
people
that's-
dress up to go to fucking
Well,
McDonald's?
first of all, it was like $23 for a fucking Big Mac.
Okay. Well, I know when in Sri Lanka, when the first Pizza Hut opened up,
It was a huge deal too.
they made it it was actually this huge dining area and stuff. Then that was this big thing, and then a few months later, a bunch of Pizza Huts started popping up everywhere else, and everybody's like, "Well,
This is the
that's-
franchise.
That's not a thing anymore."
Yeah. Well, that went out wayside.
Same as Boston Pizza. It's all of them. Whichever franchise you wish to pick, they're exactly the same.
No, I know. I listen.
But it's just a person that owns part of that corporate bullshit, as a consequence of that, they have to charge the same amount of prices. They have to do that. They can't literally do anything they wish with it. They've got to follow it down. But then I know. You go to these franchise parties, and they're all saying, "Yeah, this is the way to go. You'll be able to make your own money. You'll be rich. You'll be doing this and everything." It's like, fuck off. As long as you exploit the people that work for you as much as possible, then you can make money.
I knew someone that owned a pizza franchise.
Yeah.
And they told me it was hell on earth.
Yeah,
and that's this is their opinion. I'm just reciting it. So
that's a problem, right?
Just in case Pizza wants to come back on me, but they were telling me stuff like, they were doing renovations, revamping the stores and stuff, and they had to pay for it. Mm-hmm. So they raised enough money, they paid for all the fucking updates and stuff that Pizza required for them.
The corporate image, yeah.
Yeah, and then 6 months later, they decided to revamp the store again. And they had to pay for it. Literally 6 months.
I would not. I'd rather go to a mom and pop shop and pay $6 a slice than fucking go to Pizza and like fucking pay $4 a slice.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
That place right on Simcoe there, where Mustache, close to Mustache used to be. Durham Pizza, whatever it is.
Pizza, yeah, they're obviously they're not a fucking corporate.
No, and the guy's
like owner works there. He's there 24/7.
Yeah, and he's a nice guy. Treats you well. Fucking the pizza seem all right.
Any locally owned stuff, I would support.
Samosas are not bad at late at night.
Yeah, I'd definitely support anything that's local and it's not a chain, corporately owned.
Yeah, you know what? I
agree.
No, I agree too. It sucks when like stuff like for instance like. Now that Christmas is over, but like shopping for my godkids, like Landon.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I would love to go to a mom and pop shop and be able to buy all those action figures.
Well, yeah, I get it. Like certain things, like you can't.
Can't you go to Mark's shop? Does he not do that sort of stuff?
He doesn't have like action figures.
He doesn't have the WWE action figures and stuff like that.
He has some like pop, like the figures types that you got.
Oh, okay.
Grumpy Bear type ones. Like the pop figures, but like he doesn't do like action figures and stuff. He's mainly
dude. See, a lot of them. There's no more toy stores anymore. Like,
I mean, you could have gone to Sean's store, but like,
he has retro.
He has
toys.
Like retro old school ones.
But this is the whole. I can't understand why people still. You look at Toys R Us, which is one big massive store, which it's now bankrupt in the United States of America.
All over, even England.
They don't. Yeah, in the UK as well. So they've gone bankrupt, but in the Canadian one, they're still open.
Yeah.
And you've got this massive store with all these toys, cheaply priced, and then it comes down to people wanting. They can't go. Obviously, mom and pop stores can't. Mm-hmm. They haven't got the buying power.
No.
To keep the prices so low as them, and then.
That's
you have
problem,
people
right?
who turn around and say, well, why don't we have a local shop that does that? Because you bastard, won't pay for it. That's why.
Well, that's the problem, right? Like, that's the problem. Like, think about it this way. Like, at Worlds Collide, when they order like certain amount. If they're like a new Magic set comes out, they can order. They allocated certain amount that they can get, right? But you got Worlds that, like Tim, the owner, has to spend out of his own pocket, obviously, to get these products in. So he's spending like $10,000 to get in all this product, where you got other places like in Toronto, like face-to-face games. It's a huge they're a huge business. They have a location in Montreal, and they're not just allocated like 20 cases of Magic cards. They allocated like 25 skids. Of fucking cards, right? Like that's kind of the thing, right? It's just like also Tim have to like not only spend $10,000 to get this like 20 cases. He now have to sell them,
and hopefully he'll sell them.
You have to sell them to people. And the thing is, like when he's selling, like the big store that's buying 20 skids, they can just get it for their cost and then only put on $50 on top of it and sell it because they got skids and skids that they can just sell. But for Tim, he put $50 on it. You literally like you sell 2 boxes. That's one person's day of work there.
Well, it's the argument that was going on earlier this year and back end of last year.
Yeah.
Where they were talking about, such as Walmart, putting the minimum wage up to $15. They, for every item they have in store. Now think how ridiculous this truly is.
A penny and a half.
A cent and a half they would have to add to the cost if they wanted to keep the profit margin that they have, which is enormous profit margin as it is already.
Yeah.
To basically on the state a cent and a half on every item. Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
To put the wage of $15 for every person.
You know what my favorite thing about Walmart
Fuck
is?
me.
What?
Those fucking videos where the guy quits.
Oh.
Like the epic quits.
Oh, I've seen a few of those.
You ever seen those?
No.
Oh my, you would enjoy them more than anything else in the fucking world. It's like this, some random kid, guy or girl, whatever, right? Like he quit that day, and he'll just go up to a fucking like a receiver, like a phone receiver that has an intercom speaker. I'll hear, psh, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be quitting. Fucking Walmart sucks. You all pieces of shit. Get the fuck out of the store. They're ripping you off.
Yeah.
I can watch those all fucking day. There was one where the kid quit with a fucking marching band.
Really?
Dude, it was fucking epic. It was some, maybe like the Howard Johnson or something, like some ridiculous like hotel chain. And he quit and he was literally like, he showed up at like 12 o'clock at night while everybody's sleeping. He was like in the university. And he saw the manager like, here's my resume. I fucking quit. And all of a sudden the band,
Waking all the guests up.
That's amazing.
and they walked him out of the hotel like that. I'm like, this is the most epic quit ever.
I've never seen them. I'll check it out.
Yeah, you have to put like epic quits and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, go on YouTube and it's like epic quit.
Yeah.
The compilation videos will come
like
out.
there was one where like I hate to say it because he was a black guy, but they were accusing him of stealing.
Oh, right.
And
I wonder why.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, like the guy was like, "Do you have video of me stealing? Do you have proof of me stealing? Did anyone witness me stealing? You're just firing me because I'm black and I'm stealing." And he just like, "Fuck you, you're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you." And he's recording the whole thing, going through the store, like literally going through the store to all the employees that he hated. And he was like, and then he was like the head of security apparently, right?
He was head of security.
Yeah. So he gets on like the fucking intercom. He's like, "Psh, people at Walmart, this place fucking sucks. And there's no security, so feel free to steal as much as you want."
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, those I could watch for fucking hours.
Oh, man.
But yeah, the marching band is probably my favorite.
Well, yeah. But that'd be inconvenient to the guests, though, would it not? I mean, poor people staying in that hotel.
Yeah, but it's a
Being
win-win
woken.
situation because then they get a free extra night that they don't have to pay for or their money back. So the guy wins all the way around. Epic quit, the manager's pissed off, and they got to vouch for
Dude,
everyone.
imagine somebody's like banging this chick and you see they hear a marching band going. It's like, all right. It's like, thanks for the support, fellas.
Fucking me.
No, just as he comes. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm coming. Touchdown. Da, 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 da.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, that's it, like I said, going back to a little bit more serious, it does suck that, like, I can't. Mind you, I don't remember ever knowing a toy store. Like, ever since I was little, I don't know how, like, if you even remember, but there was either Toys R Us, Toy City, and Consumers Distributing.
Well, I mean, when I lived in Sri Lanka, they had like toy stores.
Yeah,
Like,
they
that's where
did.
you go. I mean, that's where they go. Like, they didn't actually have like. I actually don't know if they actually got a Walmart there now, but like, we actually had this like huge fucking giant toy store, like 3 fucking floors of toys. It's like toys, video games, everything. It's just like everything's there.
Oh, so like
And it was just owned by this one dude.
E.P. Schwartz or whatever in New York or whatever.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or whatever that fucking place is called.
Whatever it is, but like it was just this big. They just have big toy stores, or you go to like they have like shops in like malls and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
see,
that, but like
Well, you look at basically you look at shopping malls, and they are just a hive of corporations. That's it. That's all they are.
Well, yeah, it's true. But, I mean, have you seen the places with the mom and pop shops? Like, they're not the most busiest malls ever.
No.
Like, you look at the Whitby Mall.
No, Whitby Mall is
where we go to the hip hop shop.
Deserted.
Like, it's literally deserted with people like probably homeless people that hang out and probably anybody because there's a doctor's office. Oh, and the government the doctor's office. And people hanging out.
The old people that want to play euchre at the coffee town.
Old people playing euchre or cribbage or whatever the fuck old people.
Yeah, but
Will, what do you guys play at your age?
What?
You didn't get it.
This was an old joke.
It was an old joke.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, you look really old without your beard.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Well, according to
apparently not.
According to
apparently, I look older without my beard than with my beard.
Yeah, according to Johnny, he was like, you went up to him and he's like, "Geez, man, for a guy who shaved, you actually look older." You're the only guy I know.
That was hilarious. I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck? My beard had gone.
Did you at least shave properly, like use shaving cream and stuff, or did you just do it like?
I have no idea. I keep saying that I have no clue whatsoever. I had a beard. Woke up in the morning. I didn't have a beard.
Jesus Christ!
Because I went for a pee, and as I'm walking past, obviously there's the bathroom cabinet there, and it's got the mirror on there. And I'm walking past, and I literally did a double take. Like, what the fuck? And I was beardless. I'm like, who is this?
Like, were you startled thinking that you were being robbed or something?
I was just like,
somebody stole his beard.
No. Like I could see like it's late at night, like still, or even early morning.
This was when I woke up in the morning.
Yeah, no. But I'm talking about like that 5:36 as like the crack of dawn is hitting. You gotta get up and take a pee, and you're like,
no, I'm pretty sure that's when he went to bed.
Roundabout, yeah.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know how you fucking do it. Sometimes I look at some of his posts, and it's like 7:30 in the morning. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. That kind of makes sense.
Are you still drinking at 7:30 in the morning?
It depends if I'm working.
Oh,
on Friday nights he's still drinking.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
If I'm working, because we finish so late and early in the morning, and then it's like that's our evening time.
That's your evening time, yeah.
But it's like when I used to work nights.
Yeah.
Start at say 10 at night and then work till 6 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then I'd go home and have a beer, and people would say, "What the fuck, you drinking beer at 6:30 in the morning? Don't you drink beer at 9 o'clock at night when you?"
Finish work or whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All I do, you know what I mean? I just
you just
flip your world around, and that's it.
Yeah, because Scotty, when he used to work nights, he used to fucking come home at like 7 o'clock in the morning and cook himself a steak.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I used to do that. Like when I worked I did a few night shifts when I worked at Nestle. I did the same fucking thing. I finished at like 3 o'clock in the morning, come back and just have a beer.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Yesterday I could have killed him at work. You?
Me?
Yeah, I could have killed you at work.
Why?
Really? Fucking really?
Fucking really?
You really want to go there? Dude, for months now, I've been there since October or August.
I wanted to go there.
Oh, I wanted to go there.
No, you said it like you don't want to go there, but then he
obviously
wanted to go there.
Yeah, no, I wanted to go there.
Okay.
So I've been working there since August.
Yeah.
Right. I think one day I missed. Right. I think I've been working really hard. I'm trying my best. Mm-hmm. Can't get this fucking job done right.
Okay.
Dude, I've tried everything. Fucking everything.
Well, clearly, if I know how this story is going to end, you have not tried everything.
No.
You tried almost everything.
Yes. Dude. For 2 months now, I'm almost coming home crying.
Okay.
Because I can't get this job right. I'm like almost there. It's like that moment where like you're at the peak, or you're at the diving board, and you're like afraid to jump, and you're like, I can't fucking jump. So you climb back down the diving board. And I'm like that every fucking night for the last 2 months of that job.
Okay.
Right? Until this guy goes, take a half a step backwards. So I'm like, to appease him, I'm like, okay, I'll half a step backwards. Well, son of a bitch, doesn't it fucking work? You couldn't fucking tell me this 2 months ago? Take a half a step back, Dom. Oh.
It wasn't literally taking a half a step.
No, it was literally half a step. 2 months of crying, tears, watching videos, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Why don't you just take a half a step?
Did you ask him 2 months ago?
Yeah.
You didn't. No, you didn't.
I
was teaching you on other things.
Yeah, like how to hold the fucking thing. I couldn't figure out how to hold the fucking thing.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean,
I taught him.
Listen, dude, I'm telling you, for a teacher and a boss, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass because we're doing the show, but he's actually a really good guy to work for. That I'll give him. He's a son of a bitch during normal hours. And sometimes I want to fucking strangle him. But as a boss, no, he's good.
so moral of the story is, if you got a question, ask it. Don't wait 2 months of crying and stressing out about it.
Dude, listen.
That's all I ever say to anybody. Like, if you want to know something, just ask me, and then I'll give you the information you need.
Yeah.
No, but you can see me. You know us. You be like, Dom, calm down, relax, stop fucking. I would stare at a fucking tired dude and almost cry. I was starting to get Tourette's. That's what I was. Because I was just staring at the fucking thing, trying to go, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Because, like, part of it, like, I would do, like, what, 3/4 of the job right?
Yeah.
And then fuck the other 25% up. And I couldn't figure it out. And all it was just literally half a step backwards. Because I just was pushing my shoulder into the fucking thing. The way I was holding it. So he goes, oh, take a half step back. I'm like, oh, yeah, half a step. Why don't I take 1.5 steps? No, just half. It works. Dude, and then I was pushing through tires like it was fucking going out of style.
I know all you had to do was take a half a step back.
That's the killer, bro. 2 or 3 tires on average, I finish a night.
Yeah.
Oh, yesterday 5 or 6, no problem. Let's go. Whoa. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm almost excited to go back to work now already.
There you go.
Oh, and speaking of work, today is the day I retire, officially announcing my retirement from bouncing.
Oh, you're dropping your gloves.
Yes, I am dropping my gloves. 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then the one day at the General, Bobby said I can do, so I can say goodbye to everybody. And Dominic the bouncer will be no more.
Okay.
Are we having a retirement do for him that night? So he can attend his own retirement do, but
Yeah.
So he can work on the door.
Don't, because I'm going to end up fucking tearing up or something.
No, we'll make you cry. It's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
We'll record it.
I think that, yeah.
Dude.
Get the old camera there and
Yeah.
click. Watch the old tears roll down your face.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's because this is a job I really loved. I don't know. I wouldn't be anybody else, but I don't know. I mean, I love my job now, but it's just I have a special heart for the job I did for the last 21 years. I don't know. Although I know it's not the same as when I started.
Well, no job ever is.
No, it sucks. It really sucks now. But that's on a whole different. We all know. We talked about that on the air, off the air. But yes, as of right now, 1:53 p.m. I am no longer a bouncer. So
that does that mean you've finished, or you've just put your 2 weeks notice?
I'm putting my 2 weeks notice.
Okay.
Well,
You haven't finished then.
Well, I mean,
Still a bouncer for 2
Yeah.
more weeks.
well,
You can still get stabbed in the next 2 weeks,
Oh,
or
stop,
shot,
man.
or whatever.
Jesus
Yeah,
fuck.
things can go horribly wrong. In 2 weeks, like, fuck.
It's like you guys are fucking waiting for it. You guys are waiting for the fucking call.
No, I'm just saying that it can happen. So really, You know, you could get this guy walking into the Griffin and saying, right, okay, this is my 9.
First of all, you would have to hit me with a cane.
You know, no.
The rowdiest people at the Griffin are the people in the horse track part.
What?
In the back, there's like a video wall. Fucking, you can bet on horses all night.
Okay. Those are the rowdiest people?
Yeah. The old men trying to spend their pension, trying to make it hit rich.
No.
You've
For
never-
a racetrack? Proper
Yeah.
racetrack?
Yeah.
Horse racing?
Yeah, you can
From
bet
around the world?
You
or-
can gamble on any horse race that's on at that time in the world. Japan, New Jersey, Toronto, California, Hawaii, New Zealand, Australia. If it's on there.
That's pretty cool.
I've thrown a couple of bucks, $20 here and there. Or,
On
no.
the GGs? Fuck that.
You won any?
No.
No.
And then last week the fucking. Speaking of streaks of luck, last week I go in, and there's a group of kids. I guess they're on a stag party type of thing,
Okay.
right? So there's like 15 of them. I've never seen a streak of good luck in my entire life. I almost puked. I was so sick of it. Never. They said, like, this is the first time. They're like, I like that guy's name right there, that horse's name right there. Everybody, let's bet on it. They all throw $20 down. It was 60 to 1.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't the fucking horse win? So then all of a sudden, once you win, you start getting the taste of it,
Yeah.
right? So they go to the next race, and they do the same thing. Oh, I like that one. Another, like, 50, 60 to 1. It fucking pans out. And I'm like, they want to do it again, a third time. I look at the owner, I'm like, listen, you're about to get your money back. There's no way this is going to happen 3 times in a row, right? And so we're watching, same thing. I like this guy's name. They're going by what the fucking name they like, right? As long as everybody agrees with it in the group. Well, don't they fucking pan out again?
Really?
Another $1,500? I was like,
How much did the bar end up paying out?
it was 12. It was okay. First one was like 600, 1,200, 1,500
Fuck.
on 3 bets.
Jesus.
How many people?
15 guys each, not just a group. Each guy won that.
Each?
Yeah,
Then how could they pay out on that? That's like an enormous amount of money.
they got a fucking safe right there. You just push in the money, it spits out the money.
Yeah, how does it work though? Like when you do, how does that system work? When you're watching, like how you bet on something that's going on your
Okay,
TV,
so
like,
just say you're watching something from Woodbrine, right?
Okay.
It's like race 6,
okay,
right? There's a machine there,
Okay.
right? You throw in your money, right?
and then you pick the horses.
You pick your horse. You pick the horse. It gives you the list of everything you pick, and then it gives you a tag.
If your horse wins, you put the tag in.
No,
it spits out the money.
no. You go to the waitress.
Yeah.
Right. Well, first you can either check it to make sure, whatever. But if you won, you hand it to the waitress. Excuse me. The waitress. She checks it to verify that it's a winner, and then you win $1,200. She goes to the safe, $1,200. It spits it out, and she hands you the $1,200.
Like they have like a safe from whatever the.
Yeah. It's a fucking huge, ridiculous safe.
Okay, so it probably have shit ton of money in there.
Oh, probably. It's probably
So why hasn't anybody robbed that fucking thing?
Yeah.
because you could. There's no way of opening it. Well, I mean, you could open it, but you couldn't get it out of there. It's fucking bolted onto the fucking ground from underground. You would have to literally like have like a huge like.
Well, I mean, if somebody
Truck
want
or
to,
something.
I guess if somebody wants to like rob the thing, they'll probably find a way to like get the money out without moving the safe.
Well, that's what they'd have to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how they get it in there. Like, I don't even think they can open it like to like put the money in there. I think there's like a
Does it spit it out like an ATM?
yeah.
Okay.
She just and it spits out the
Oh,
money.
okay. So
It's an awful lot of money, though.
that is an awful lot.
Yeah,
of
but
money.
they're putting in a lot of money too.
Well, of course.
And he's
And so
winning.
is this like so? I'm just trying to get my head around it. Like, so that's the bars machine. It's not from another company that runs again.
No, I think the government has their hand in it.
Okay. Well, I mean, they kind of have to. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lotto, lottery, whatever,
Yeah.
gaming thing.
Yeah, the LGCO,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck,
Oh,
AGCO,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
has something to do with it. And then like they run the machines, and he takes a cut. and they take a cut, and then Woodbine or whoever they bet on takes a cut.
Yeah.
Well, it's like those betting machines. There's two of them now in the general where you play.
Yeah.
On the
But those are illegal, no? I thought inside.
No.
No.
Seen somebody win money off of one of those too.
Ron does on a regular basis.
Yeah,
Oh, the long hair guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he wins all the time.
I know. I see him. He's like he sits in the corner on the bar.
Yeah.
And he always just like slapping the thing.
Yeah. Ding, and then it goes boom. That fuck $1,200. Like fuck me.
Yeah, and
You know who wins a lot of money in the casino? Like not like huge sums at one time, but like fucking Frank.
yeah, Delich.
I fucking see his like freaking Facebook post. Oh, went to the casino, $800. And a few days later, oh, went to the casino again. Oh, $1,200.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'm like,
Yeah.
just slots.
I think he's.
Slots?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think he's just ugly that he scares the machines into submission.
Scare the machine into submission. It's like, give me all your money. Win the jackpot. Yeah, that'd be cool though.
Yeah, no,
That'd be pretty cool to.
I don't know. I just can't get my head. I'm not a gambling person. I'm just not.
Oh,
It just doesn't.
dude, I am. I got that addictive personality that when I go to the horse tracks or I go to one of those video like watch it on the TV. I leave my bank card, credit cards there. I just bring what I have, and that's it. $50, and that's it.
Like only games like casino games I played was like blackjack and poker and stuff, but like that actually involves some skill though. I've never done like unskilled games. Like,
Yeah.
You know, just like playing craps or like
No,
the
I-
slot machine or anything.
Well, you know that. I mean, fuck me. Anybody who rolls those dice, you've got to know that they are fucking hammered. I mean, whichever way.
Dude, it's just stupid. And then they make it look like you can figure it out. Like, you know, like what's the one, the roulette?
Yeah.
When you go to the casino, they're like, oh, the last 10 rolls. And you're like, oh, yeah, I can figure it out by just looking at that.
Yeah.
I think the
Like
the
stupid.
one that was interesting because they did a documentary on it as well as doing a movie. I can't remember the fucking movie now.
Rain Man?
No, where they did the counting cards and it
Rain
was,
Man.
It wasn't.
No,
No, I
Kevin
don't
Spacey
think-
was in it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't remember.
in blackjack. I can't remember.
Fuck.
He's like a professor, and then his like group of students.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
teaches them
How
how
to count cards.
Oh.
and then they go and
And they actually did that in real life.
yeah.
In real, they did it in real
Yeah,
life.
they-
and how they count the fucking cards. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I
way
took
of
it.
doing it.
Actually, in high school, there was a math course that taught you how to count cards.
Yeah.
I took it.
It's not illegal.
No,
It's not illegal to learn, no.
No, it's not illegal to count cards in a casino either.
no.
No, but that's why
They
they
can just ask you to leave.
Yeah.
They can't do anything about
No.
it. Like you're counting cards. They find out you counting cards.
Get
Like they
out.
can't even
But
take
it's-
the money you won.
No.
It's hard though because like you're fucking. They stack like 5 or 6 decks.
Well, you gotta
You-
know your math needs to be on point. Like
Yeah.
you need to know how to like.
See, that's my problem. It's
like
not on
everything.
point.
How
I'd
many
ha-
cards been dealt? Like how many cards been
Yeah.
burned? How many players on the table? Like everything. Like it's just.
You've got to
It's
have
just
a
like it. All of it
genius,
needs to be
so.
right there.
Yeah, my stupidity. I would have the calculator out there. Okay,
It's like carry the two.
throw an abacus there.
I think they may notice at that point. So what's
No,
he
you're like
doing?
you're like
Like,
one, you're like one of those accountants wearing that green visor. You got a cigarette in your mouth. You're like you smash away. Oh,
That's going to be an ace.
there's a Queen of Hearts over there. I'm holding.
Yeah, see, I'm not fast enough. I know how to count the cards. I know like the equation of the probabilities, but I can't unless I have fucking help. I'm useless as tits on a nun.
No, it's I play blackjack and like poker and stuff, but like never actual like I actually wouldn't mind going into like penny slots and stuff. Those are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Let's go in there. I mean, and like some of like the penny slots usually end up having like a pretty decent jackpot. You can still win like $1,000, $2,000
Have you
off of them.
have you ever been close to winning to anything?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, the one time I went to the second time I went to one of those video racetrack ones, right? My buddy calls me up and he's like, "Let's go to the horse races." I'm like, I got an extra $50. What I used to do is I would save my change before like everybody used Interact.
Yeah.
I would save my change, and then once the jar was full,
Yeah.
take it to the store, roll the money and stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and then whatever I take that to the casino or the fucking horse races or
I
whatever.
do that now, but like once a jar is full, I buy something nice. That's my buy yourself some nice jar, something nice jar. Once the jar is full, it's
Yeah,
like,
but-
yourself.
Yeah, but see, that
treat
sounds. Yeah,
yourself.
but see, but back
but
then,
I guess that is a treat for you.
yeah, going out with the
Going to
guys
the
and
casino, yeah.
throw some money around, and if you win, you double or triple the money. Fuck, that's a nicer thing you can
That's
buy.
not bad. Oh, it just came to me because Megan tried doing this. She just failed at it hard because she just keeps all of her change with her anyways. Like, I put all my change, like every day I come home after going out or whatever, I take my handful of change and put it in my little change jar. It just stays there without being touched. But like Megan found out that if you cut the top of a 2-liter bottle of Coke off, it fills up, and you only put dimes in there, it fills up to the top, it fills up, and it's like, if you fill it up to the top, it comes up to like $500 and something. It's just like, it's like it's a round number too. It's like if you can fill it up with dimes, and it comes up to like $500 something. It's just in dimes.
Really?
If you fill it up to a Coke bottle, yeah.
Well, you can take those to those cash machines, can't you?
Yeah.
Where you empty it in and then it gives you the.
Yeah. That's the separator.
The only thing is the machines usually take a cut, right? So last year when I emptied out my jar, I went to the dollar store. I bought a bunch of rolling, like the paper,
Oh, okay.
to put the coins in.
Yeah.
And then I just emptied everything into the roll, like a money rolls.
And then
I
you-
took it to the bank and
and
I'm like,
then-
hey, I'd
and
like to deposit this. They're like, all right, cool.
And then you like take a fucking dime or two out of every stack and just get an extra dime. an extra
No,
stack.
because
they wait.
they won't I got the plastic ones. You
Oh.
can see like
the
stuff.
paper ones they don't like. You can trust me. I've done it enough times.
Paper ones you can do that, but they didn't have the paper ones, which I actually like those better.
The
I don't
pa-
like the
So
plastic
that's
ones.
basically robbing a bank. So you've robbed a bank.
Yes, you can put that on my resume. I guess now you can say
Bank robber.
allegedly. No kidding.
We've just fucking admitted to it. Can't be fucking allegedly.
You can't say allegedly to something you just admitted to
I
doing.
know. It's the running joke apparently. But yeah, no, dude. I went to the video track thing. So I walk in. I got $50, right? And there's a fucking horse like 60, 70 to 1, and the name is fucking Going Postal. And I'm like, I'm just gonna throw all my money on it right after the hop. My friend, no, Thomas, hold on a second. Let's just wait. You got a long night here. Like, why are you gonna waste your money one shot and then you're done for the night? So I'm like, okay, you're right. So I watched the fucking race. Well, doesn't he win by 6 lengths? Fucking destroys the pack, and I'm like,
And
what?
it's 60 to 1.
Yeah, 60, 70 to 1. Every
Those
so
are
often,
bad odds
That's
for a
yeah.
winning horse.
every
too.
so often you get races like that. Like I said, those guys.
Well, that
last-
depends on how good the other horses are too, I guess.
Yeah, and who's betting what? Like the bets change by who's betting on what. So like if everybody's betting like on I don't know, Going Postal, just say, right? He's one of the horses, and the other one's called like I don't know, Tim Hortons.
Okay.
Right? If everybody's putting their money on Tim Hortons, his odds go down and his go up. Because then they want to entice.
I know
I
that,
mean,
but
you know how
you've
to
got to
bet.
take into account how good this fucking horse is and the reputation that it's got. And
But
its
that
background
counts on the
yeah.
bettors, though. That counts on the bettors because they only the odds are only made by who's betting on what.
Which horse? Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
if you have a horse that's won its last 15 fucking
But
races,
but nobody bets on him. His odds go up.
It doesn't, because all those gamblers, they know what they're doing.
Exactly. So I guess there was some horse.
Maybe Going Postal wasn't a good horse, and then like it just ended up.
Yeah,
winning
just
for
the
some
line-
reason.
It could be a one-off. But
It could be, yeah.
He probably never won again. Now he's part of the glue factory.
yeah,
Who
it's a
knows?
possibility. Yeah.
So this fucking horse, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. They shoved a carrot up his ass or something. He fucking wins, and I look at my buddy and I'm like, what the fuck? Right? So then we start betting all night. I'm win some, lose some, man. I'm up about maybe $100, right? No, $50. I made 100. Like I was at 100. So he looks at me at the end of the night. Last race of the night. Isn't there a fucking horse called Andre the Giant? He's a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan. He goes, Dom, it's a fucking omen. This is meant for us to win the jackpot tonight. Another huge fucking, odds. Not like 30, 40 to 1.
Yeah.
I go, he's going to win. Let's put all our money on it now. I'm like, I'm putting half my money, $50.
Mm-hmm.
You know when the fucking horse race ends? And then you start putting up the fucking first place, second place?
Yeah.
He didn't even come through.
He was still running?
Yeah.
He haven't crossed the finish line.
No, they put up the fourth place one, and then he crosses the fucking line.
Oh, first off, Andre the Giant wasn't the fastest person in the world.
No.
He's a big dude.
There was a reason they called him Andre the fucking Giant.
Probably shouldn't have betted on a horse named Andre the Giant.
So I just looked at him like, you son of a bitch. What the fuck? So that's my experience with gambling. I have fun with it, but I never won like the big one. I wish. Sometimes I wish.
Yeah, I just like playing I like playing poker and blackjack. I'm not a huge fan of.
Any important news over there, Slappy?
Yep.
Oh yeah, would you like to share?
Nope.
Oh god, so are you gonna get laid?
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind trying like something. I think if I were to try anything that's like just involves in pure luck, it'd probably be slots. I'll probably try slots, like the cheap slots, penny slots as they call it.
I don't know. I like the horse race. It's more exciting.
I'm more of a blackjack guy.
Yeah,
I like blackjack.
Yeah, me too.
I really do.
Do you drink a martini shake and not stir it too while you're doing it?
Yeah.
You fucking English bastard. You know it's illegal to serve give free alcohol at the casinos here?
What's that?
Like in Vegas, like as long as you're betting, they just...
Yeah, as long as you're playing, you get alcohol, yeah.
Yeah, apparently you know what my buddy does? Just to fucking make it even more cheaper of a trip? He'll sit there at the penny slots, and they treat you the same as like the $25 slots.
Yeah.
So he just drinks free while he's playing pennies. He gets fucking ripped.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you?
I don't know why everybody doesn't do it. I don't know. That's what he does.
Because people are playing for the big win. You look at that that fucking dingling fucking bell and
The
lights,
dingling.
blast whatever.
Look at that dingling hanging up there.
Are you thinking about something besides poker?
No.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Anyways, but even
Tumbleweed again. He still hasn't fucking got it.
I know what the fucking tumbleweed means. What about fun cool? I'm taking a break. It's been an hour. Yes.
Oh, right. So you're going for a smoke now?
Allegedly, yes.
No, you are.
There's no allegedly about it, dude. None. You're going for a smoke.
Listen, I'll put fucking Fleetwood Mac on for you while you.
Look, you already have a cigarette in your mouth.
No, put Oasis on.
Huh?
Oasis.
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 Who the fuck? That's a real band?
Oh, God.
Why not?
Oh, I mean, you're asking me to play, so I'm assuming it's a real band.
Of course it's a real band. One of the biggest bands in the 90s.
Sure, I'll take that. I'll believe you. Anyways, we're taking a break while Will listens to Oasis.
All right, we'll be back.
Yeah. Yes, AI.
It's getting there. It's coming. It's on its way.
Dude, the other night I was having a full conversation with it downstairs. I looked at it, like, hey, Google, what's up? And they're just like, it answered me back. It was like, oh, I'm doing fine. I was like, oh, how was your day?
Don't the Apple thing, that does that as well?
Yeah, but I don't know. I wasn't ever a big fan of Siri.
There was
apparently Google hates Siri if you ask it.
There was a video on CP24 the other day. It was this kid using Alexa, the Amazon one.
Yeah.
Doing homework. He's like, Alexa, what's 5 minus 3? And mom's like recording it, and it's like giving him the answers.
No.
Yeah. Really? He gives you the answer?
Yeah. And then
hey, Google, what's 5 minus 3?
The answer is 2.
Son of a bitch. It does give you an
yeah.
That's no good. It should turn around and say, go fuck yourself. Fucking sure.
Okay, Google, what's the square root of 45?
Square root 45 is approximately 6.708.
Fucking hell, I would have been on the dean's list.
The sum of all human knowledge is right there.
Yeah.
I know,
There you go.
and I use it for dick jokes. I know.
I know. This is the whole thing. To be repeated ad infinitum.
And we're back anyways, just so you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing math equations with fucking Hey Google. No, apparently they don't like it. Apparently it did, unless they changed it, but apparently it'd be like, I don't like Siri. If you asked it, hey Google, do you like Siri?
Full respect. Being an assistant is hard work.
Yeah, see, now it fucking
See,
respects.
that's politically correct.
Son of a bitch. Actually, the Alexa, there's a video online where the guy, he asked Alexa about Muhammad, and it goes through the whole history of Muhammad and the Muslim religion and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he goes, hey, Alexa, can you tell me about Jesus Christ? And she's like, it's a fictional character from the Bible.
Not really.
I was like, oh, it's the Will Rhodes of fucking AIs.
We will roll the AI.
It's like Will fucking designed it himself.
Well, the thing is like you look at when it comes down to historical figures. Now, this is purely historical figures. Like Muhammad, no matter how much and whichever way you look at it, I don't believe in any religion, so it doesn't matter. But Muhammad was a historical figure. Jesus wasn't. Jesus is mythical. So there's a big difference in the two there.
Sure, I guess. I at the end of the day, to me, we're all praying to the same God, if there is one. Whatever.
Well, there isn't, but it doesn't matter.
You know, for a man who preaches tolerance, my friend,
I do. No, I just wind you up. But
you're the most intolerable person I've ever met.
I do believe in complete tolerance. If somebody
Really?
wishes, yeah. If
Would you like
I've
to-
said it many times.
Would you like
to
to take
Dom.
Would you like to take the Domenic checklist?
What?
The checklist that I've come up in my head
Oh God.
to see how tolerable you are.
Tolerable? I'm very tolerable.
Really?
You mean tolerant?
Tolerant, whatever. That too.
Okay.
I have a checklist.
I'm sure you do.
Yes. Would you like to come watch wrestling?
No.
Come to a hip hop concert.
No.
Yeah.
That's not a checklist. That's two questions.
You're batting 1,000.
Well, that's like stuff he likes and he doesn't like.
Yeah.
No. But he's just like,
I'm tolerant. I don't mind people liking those things. That's fine. I'm whatever. I just don't like them. That's cute. So
I
you
guess.
call me a grumpy bastard because I don't like I don't like the same things that you do. Okay, whatever.
and I try to like your stuff. You know, I really do try.
Sure.
I do.
Okay.
Well, I try to look at I try to look at stuff from your view too. I do. What the fuck are you looking up there for? Juventus isn't going to help you. They don't like you.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. It means fuck all to me.
My fun cool.
Fuck all.
Anyways, what are you doing New Year's Eve?
Getting drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, the one holiday. Do you follow St. Patty's Day too?
No. Fuck no. No.
Why? I thought you like getting drunk.
I do, but what's that got to do about St. Patrick's Day?
Well, I just figured, why not? This fucking day just to use an excuse to get drunk, so why not? Will
Well,
be there.
I call it the weekend.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter to
You
me.
know, now that I'm retiring from bouncing, that's the one day that I'm not going to miss.
St. Patrick's Day.
Really? You're not gonna miss like 12 bars?
No, I'm not going to miss that either.
Really? Yeah, exactly.
What do they do in Whitby like that? Do they do the 12 bars thing in Whitby?
They have a middle-aged 12 bars. It's only adults. You have to be like between 25 and 35 or something like
Actually,
that.
25 is the class that as adult.
Well, I mean, an adult where you're not going to be fighting with everybody, I guess.
Well, you know what though? Like that kind of a bar hop, I'm probably willing to go.
Dude,
Not that I am gonna go.
and they're all dressed like Santa Claus. It was actually
I might think about going because, like, fuck, I don't want to fucking hang out with a bunch of 20-year-olds.
no.
Oh man, remember that they were doing the 12 bars and giving out tickets at school and stuff? I'm like, fuck, no, no. Like, I'm not fucking doing this 12 bars. They don't even have 12 bars in Oshawa anymore.
They don't, I'm going to say, where do they actually go?
No, you just hit up the same bar twice to make it 12
Where do
bars.
they go?
Stag's Head, General,
Music Hall is
Music
the last
Hall,
stop.
the last stop where everybody goes.
Maybe I
Atria,
think Atria, yeah.
and that Jack's place.
Yeah, the one across from, one by the CIBC in that same building, the row.
Yeah,
There's
like
a bar there.
Cactus Jack's or whatever.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a bar there.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it tells you how good that place is if no one's ever heard of
I
it.
know.
Oh, and maybe Riley's. Maybe.
Actually, Riley's probably is. Oh, at least the club downstairs.
The junction.
The junction, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
But there's still, like, you got to hit up at least... That's still about 6 bars. You got to hit up each bar twice to get 12 bars of Christmas. You got to do the same circle twice.
I mean, that's got to be outdated, then, really. I mean, why would you
Well,
do
most cities have 12 bars in their downtown core, like, if not more. Let's be honest about it. Really, is there another city that has over 150,000 people that doesn't have 12 bars in their city?
that? I don't know.
I'd probably say no. They're
You gotta look at
Like-
the council in Oshawa. I mean,
How many
That's what I'm saying.
bars do they have in the Four Corners there? In Whitby?
within walking distance from the Four Corners. I'd say at least 15
15, yeah.
in walking
Yeah,
distance.
there's a lot of bars.
There used to be,
downtown Whitby.
I would say back in the day when I was working at Lava Lounge,
Yeah,
I would say there'd probably be about 30.
really, eh?
Yeah. There'd be about 30 in walking distance from the fucking...
whereabouts? This is in Whitby.
Yeah, Brocken Highway 2.
Okay.
If you stand on that Four Corners there, right, you're within walking distance of about 15 bars, at least.
But people go out in Whitby, don't they?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
it's fucking Mardi Gras on steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Griffin is, not that it's dead, but it's the most commonest place in all of Whitby.
Yeah, I can definitely see that because, like, some of the bars that I've been to in Whitby, they're pretty, on the weekends, are pretty jammed up. It's very hard even to navigate your way to the fucking bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that dude, someplace on a Saturday night. Honestly, we should go one night, like after I'm done bouncing, at 2 a.m, and just I'll drive you around Whitby. It's ridiculous. The fights, the fucking tits hanging out, everything. It's fucking.
I'd prefer to go out drinking.
Yeah, you can be drunk. I'll still take you.
I'd rather do it while he's drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, well then one night
Bar
we
to
should
bar
go.
to bar, whatever. Oh.
I mean, I got to hook up.
I don't mind doing a bar hop with, like, friends, though. Not,
Yes.
like, with a bunch of fucking, 20-year-olds
Well,
trying to get wasted.
Oh no, the best of the woohoo girls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna miss them either.
Who?
The woohoo girls.
Oh yeah.
The
oh
woo girls.
fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
the group of girls that after every shot, woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I remember the first time, I don't know if I've told you this story, but the first time that I moved into Oshawa, and I was obviously looking for a watering hole because I just didn't know the place.
Yeah.
So I went out, and this was on the Friday, and I went into Riley's. Upstairs. I know, mistake. Well, seriously, I went upstairs where they have all the pool tables and things, and I'm just sat there having a drink, and fuck me, there was this almighty fucking scream that came from the bar. I was on immediate fucking fight mode. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how it sounded, as if somebody was being fucking killed. This fucking and they were. Yeah, and then these other fucking girls came, and I'm not kidding you. Though they probably either went to school together or worked together that same fucking day, and these other group of girls came in and run to each other, and I'm like, oh fuck this!
It's like a weird fucking mating call.
Oh, it's insane.
No, hey, no, trust me. You have no idea, man.
Fuck.
Like 10 years ago, those are the girls that I picked up in the bar. That is a fucking mating call. Woo! I'm like, oh, that one.
Oh,
All right,
man.
boys, let's get to it.
Jesus. I mean, I literally jumped.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And it's why, just why? But they've only just seen each other maybe a couple of hours
Yeah, I
earlier.
know.
So
But
why?
it's the alcohol. It's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know
They've
it's
got
like I haven't seen you. It's like, what do you live in dog years?
there's the fucking tequila down your neck.
Yeah, it's like a dog, right? Like, you are hanging out in the living room. You go to the kitchen to get a sandwich. You come back. The dog's like, oh.
I really fucking don't. I don't. And that's a part of the culture shock.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't happen for the most part in the UK.
Yeah.
Unless you're in, say, Manchester or London or one of the bigger cities.
Yeah.
Then it does happen.
Yeah.
Because you got these chicks, they're fucking lunatics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're lunatics.
Yeah, like it's lunacy. It really is. It's
Dude,
like, what the fuck?
Dude, I have no idea. I'm not gonna miss them. They're fucking woohoo girls that fucking irritate me.
No.
But yeah, Whitby's a fun place. It's always been fun. It's not as fun as it used to be. I mean, I think it's starting to die down too. There's like the city council's trying to pull reins on their.
Why?
Dude, I have no idea, man. It used to be like I said.
You got a downtown that's basically famous for having shit ton of bars that people partying. Like, why would you isn't that good for the city? If
I would
people
think
come
so.
and drink,
Yeah.
you would think so.
Yeah.
They're like people that I know we used to come to Four Corners, and when we lived in Toronto,
Yeah.
like we used to come to Whitby, and it's like we would crash at somebody's house or get a hotel or whatever, and then we would come to Whitby and drink in Whitby, like hop up, just go on a fucking bar hop, like just drinking.
And end the night at the strip club or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck, like I don't get it. Why is the city want to shut that shit down?
I think because they did it years ago when I was working at L'Avalanche. They had like Mardi Gras weekend.
Yeah.
And they did it 2 years in a row, and I think the first year there was like a massive brawl right in the middle of downtown, like windows got smashed in and stuff like that. And then the second year there was a shooting.
Okay.
And I think ever since then, slowly but surely, they've been because they used to have they'd have nights or weekends like Friday, Saturday where they would block off the whole downtown core.
See, that's like the only problem I see with Whitby, like just having downtown Whitby, having all those bars, and only having two main streets. Like Highway 2 and Brock, those are the only two main streets, and all the bars are located all around there. Like traffic, if you were to have something like a Mardi Gras weekend or whatever like that, then just you got no choice but to just shut down both Brock and Highway 2 for in a 4-block radius and direct traffic around.
Yeah, you would have to go probably as far as just after the strip club.
Yeah.
On one end, and then maybe no frills on the other end.
Yeah,
and then that's it. And then up a little bit and down.
But you've got young people and they're drinking alcohol. They're getting drunk. What do you expect? I don't see any. I mean, you're going to close down everything for everybody.
You have that everywhere.
Yeah,
you can have that in a place with one bar.
Yeah,
yeah.
A bunch of people like somebody have.
But when you corral 400 kids and they're all drunk.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though. When you do something like that, think about it. Like you look at it in Toronto, like the club district, right? Like you got so many clubs there in that strip, and what do you got? You got after 11 o'clock, you got cops just there. You got fucking cops on fucking horses, clip clop in the middle of the fucking road,
yeah.
just
clop,
fucking
clop.
doing the fucking strip. Just you gonna have a weekend like that.
Clop,
if it's gonna be fucking that fucking busy. Just have some cops. Have some cops around. If there's cops around, a lot of people anybody that even thinking about starting shit would anybody in half or not so drunken mind would be well, there are cops here.
Yeah,
not doing anything.
Yeah,
stupid.
dude, and they used to have these once or twice a month for this whole summer. These little Mardi Gras weekends or
I mean, it's good.
It's good Apple Fest weekend. Or something stupid. Name a weekend, give it a fucking subject, and they would block off Brock and Highway 2.
The city called it that whatever name, or people just
No, the city would call it the weekend of June 2nd and 3rd. Just say it's gonna be Mardi Gras weekend, and then I don't know, 29th and the 30th weekend would be Apple Crisp Day or weekend or whatever.
Apple crisp. Yeah,
Like,
that's
no,
definitely a fucking bar hopping holiday right there. Apple crisps.
I don't know why Apple Crisp came. I've never eaten one before,
Like,
but
how do you go from Mardi Gras to fucking Apple?
no, but I'm just saying, like, it was just ridiculous names and excuses.
So
to-
then they gave them the names, and then they have these people that's traveling between bars, I presume.
yeah, and it was just like people, everybody corralled in the four corners. Like I said, from like just after the strip club on one way of Brock to No Frills on the other side of Brock, and then up a little bit on Highway 2 and down to the Griffin on down Highway 2 eastward.
Well, I mean, it's weird that like if they were
About
like,
10
the
kilometers
cities coming
radius.
up with these like occasions for people to come out and drink, and then they're like, well, we don't want it anymore.
No,
No, because
that's
no,
changed their mind.
but like I said, it's because it was just it just got really violent.
I think it's just probably the city not being able to handle that many people, and it's like just the cities that like the people that's in charge. They'll be like, okay, 400 people. Then you know what? Have a bunch of people working. Make sure those 400 people don't fucking do anything fucking stupid.
Yeah.
No, yeah, well, you would think
Like
that
even having like just cops just like walking the beat on the sidewalks around. It's like now as long as you have that, like
I have no idea, bro. Like I said, it just, and then I think after the shooting, everything just kind of tailed off.
it could be like the
And it's almost like what's the movie, Johnny Be Good,
yeah
where they like banned dancing.
yeah.
They banned party weekends in
Johnny Be
Whitby.
Good. You mean Johnny Be Good?
Johnny Be Good was a movie about about a city that banned dancing.
You're talking Footloose?
Footloose, one with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Footloose. They
Footloose is
banned
the
all
one they
dancing,
banned
and
dancing in
kids
town.
enjoying themselves.
What was Johnny Be Good then?
And then because they all set up their own thing north of the tracks, and
Mhm.
the parents couldn't do anything about it
Yeah.
because it was outside their jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So they had this party and did their dancing shit, and,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to bring it in. And Kevin Bacon did his speech and
Yeah.
did whatever.
Kevin Bacon, he only wanted to dance.
Yeah,
So did all the kids in the town.
he was a big city kid.
It was a big city kid that
Yeah.
came in and changed the rules of the small town.
Yeah.
I just want to dance, motherfuckers.
I mean, at the time, I thought it was a good film. It's trash now, obviously, but
Yeah, it doesn't hold up the test of time.
no,
No.
it doesn't. No.
Right now, it'd be like them banning Google. I want Google in my room.
But this is the problem that you get when you go on one of these mass bannings of things, and at the end of the day, young people are gonna find a way to do it. It's just exactly the same as marijuana, as cannabis. In Canada, it was widespread, and I mean, you even got Trudeau before the legalization came into effect, just reminding everybody that it's still illegal in Canada, to smoke. And everybody was on the fucking street just giving it. You know what I mean? They didn't give a fuck. They haven't given a fuck for years. And I mean, especially when you're looking at the election, when Trudeau said that they were going to make it legal anyway. You think that the cops went out and hell bent on fucking doing, putting people behind bars?
No.
Did they fuck?
And do you
They
think,
fuck
and
off.
especially like, when they had those commercials and all that stuff, like in the months before it became legal, like, do you really think a cop is going to stop you and he's going to go through all the paperwork and stuff because you had a
No.
fucking joint, and then all of a sudden 3 months later there's no case anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Is
even
he
people that was got
Those-
even people that got like fucking charged for like carrying like small personal amounts that's like having their record, they're like all getting expunged.
Yes.
Like there's no why.
Yeah,
The
all that work.
Those commercials, the ones that they play now, are fucking hilarious to me. Have you seen them?
No.
The federal government commercials for marijuana?
No.
They're like, hello, people of Canada. Marijuana is now legal. Please, if you're going to buy safe marijuana, buy from our website, where you know that you'll be getting the best quality.
No, apparently the stuff you get from them is actually really good.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's-
Yeah, we
and-
checked the-
and it's actually cheaper than what you would pay on the streets from like a dealer.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it takes, 3 to 5 business days to get.
And it's the amount that you can order too. It's like you can order like surprisingly large amount of weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's per order. Not per.
But what I've heard is that like especially in Ontario, I don't know about the rest of Canada, but in Ontario, they came so close to being wiped out because so many people wanted the stuff.
Well,
that
yeah.
they was like
Oh yeah, there was a shortage for a couple of weeks. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
like right after the website went up,
boom.
it was sold out within like minutes.
Yeah.
and there was no weed for like a couple of weeks. And it's like you're about to legalize this shit. You don't have enough weed.
Considering Canada, like per capita, is like
It's dope capital.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like every fucker.
I think
smokes weed.
what's higher than Canada per capita? Maybe Jamaica.
Oh,
I
don't know. I don't know.
Like I think that's the only other country that
It's
could
either
do.
that or Amsterdam.
London's
Yeah, well, yeah,
It's
Amsterdam.
only a city.
I think
Yeah.
that would be the top 3 countries in the world for pot. Yeah.
Amsterdam is the
Amsterdam's a
country.
city.
Amsterdam's
Well,
a
I
city.
mean, yeah, you know what I'm
But
talking about.
Amsterdam's probably, I mean, like.
But
if
isn't
you
that the
wanna
whole
take, like,
country legal?
In Netherlands, as
Yeah.
far as I know, it could be. I don't know.
It could be. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
I
on
think isn't Canada the only? It's the second nation that's legalized
that.
nationwide.
Nationwide, yeah.
I know
think
the
so.
city of Amsterdam. It's basically who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see. Okay, Google. How many nations have legalized marijuana?
I don't understand.
How the fuck do you... Okay, Google. How many countries have legal marijuana?
My apologies. I don't understand.
How am I supposed to fucking ask her this?
It doesn't want to answer you. That's why.
Okay, Google. How many countries have legalized marijuana?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Feel it, that putain.
Just type it into Google. That's all you need to do.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to have to do it the hard way now.
Oh, he has to move his finger.
Anyway,
Yes. Now that the epitome of it.
Yeah.
Seriously. I can ask personally, or I can type. Fucking me. Oh my fucking god.
See, here's the thing though, with like legalizing, it's like Ontario was not prepared.
No.
Like
No, I don't think all of Canada was prepared.
No, but like other provinces had stores opened,
All ready to go.
or
No.
ready to go.
Yeah, I know, but I think
like-
I think part of it was Kathleen Wynne didn't want. She didn't want the legalization. She was against it, wasn't she? Or am I wrong on that?
I don't know,
Can't
man.
see why not.
But like, it's just they were utterly not prepared.
No.
Just they did not think. What did they think? Like, oh, I'm still gonna go to my dealer. Now you got people that's already been smoking weed for their entire life.
Yeah.
Now they can actually order online.
Yeah.
And get it legally. And some people might be, hey, it's legal now. Maybe I'll order a little bit and see if I can try some.
You know, in the Uruguay and Canada are the only countries.
Uruguay, eh?
Yeah. And 10 states and the District of Columbia.
In the United States. Because
Yeah.
they're thinking about doing nationwide.
Yeah.
Those are the only countries is Uruguay and Canada.
Yeah.
But like, apparently Mississauga
Yeah.
is going to be the only city not allowed to have stores.
Why?
Ford, Doug Ford, there, he gave like a option to every city
Oh, if they
in Ontario if they wanted to have the stores. At one time, here's your thing: you want the stores, or don't you want the stores in your city? Apparently, Mississauga was the only one that
They
said
opted out.
Yeah,
Why? What was the reason? Did they give a reason why they?
I have no idea. I just remember hearing it's only Mississauga. So if you want to buy pot, you either go on the website or you go to Brampton
Yeah.
to buy.
Who's the fucking mayor of Mississauga?
Well, it's not he's a McCallion anymore. I'll tell you that much.
That's just stupid. I mean, it was in we were in the pub. It'll be a couple of weeks now, and this guy was in the pub, and he's like, "Do you want some weed?" But I'm like, "Dude, it's legal. What the fucking are you doing all this clandestine thing?
Yeah.
For? It's like fucking pointless. It's fucking legal, you prick."
Do you want some marijuana? What?
Yeah, I mean it's legal. Okay, you're not supposed to buy it off dealers, but I mean once you've got a situation that happened in Ontario where they almost ran out, and you have
but
to
isn't that
go online.
website all of Canada? I think that website's all of. It was run by the federals, so it's.
I don't know.
That website is all. That was all of Canada ran out of pot. That's just Ontario.
No, I think that was Ontario.
Oh, I know. I know Ontario was one.
Ontario was one. I know that. I'm not 100% sure. I thought it was like provincial kind of thing, kind of like the LCBO.
The LCBO, they're the ones who actually run it.
Yeah,
they're
that's what I thought. It's like an Ontario thing.
But they should have been geared up for it.
Oh my God, man! Like,
fuck me. I mean, wow. And people now it's normalized in a couple of weeks.
You're right. It is Ontario.
It's just a couple of weeks. It's just normalized.
No, there was this one guy. It was CP24. They were interviewing him, and he came from Australia for the day of legalization.
To
smoke, and he's in Toronto. He's like, well, I have friends in Halifax, so I guess I'll go there. He's like, I wanted to go to a store and actually buy some weed legally, and then he's like, well, apparently there are no stores here.
No stores open.
And apparently I got ordered online, and they don't even have any online.
No.
So I guess I'm going to Halifax.
Just to walk into a store and buy weed.
Dude, I don't even smoke weed, and I can't wait. It's like almost buying porn when you turn 18.
What?
I don't smoke pot, but I want to buy a joint when I can get it in a store. I'll pass it off to Cal. He can smoke it all he wants. But I just want to be up there and be like, I'll take some Shattered for $10.
I mean, they're trying to do the restriction thing on it, aren't they? I mean, you can buy a pack of cigarettes in any convenience store anywhere, which is guaranteed almost to kill you. Yeah. So you can do that. Then you can't buy booze. You've got to go to the beer store or the LCBO. Yeah. You can't buy marijuana, even though it's legal. So both of those are legal, but yet you can't buy them from convenience stores. No, we can't do that because people are going to go mental by buying beer. And
yeah, I know. I mean, you can technically buy beer now at like grocery stores.
Yeah, but few and far between.
No, apparently they're going to allow convenience stores too now.
When?
I think in the new year or sometime.
Oh, it's like fucking watching fucking old school movies, like walking into a convenience store, buy a fucking Colt 45. John.
Yeah.
I can't see him walk down to his freaking the convenience store by his house. Just walk down, get a Colt 45.
We'll never see John again.
Just sit in front of the stoop. Oh man.
Let's see here. I'm checking to see how many actual cities decline to have stores in their cities. I know for sure Mississauga is one.
It makes no sense to me. No.
Okay, so Toronto's approved.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But they have certain provisions.
Okay. Like?
Well, it's loading up. It has so many meters away from a school.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's like a normal, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't sell booze or you can't put a fucking beer store inside a school, can you? I mean, it's...
And it's April 1st. The stores are coming.
Okay. April 1st. That's a good one.
Elliott Lake is in.
Elliott Lake is in.
They have they're allowed to have a store. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They don't have a mall. It fell apart. But they're going to have a pot store.
Oh, of course.
Why not?
Bobby the homo will be very happy to hear that.
Why is he from Elliott Lake?
He's from Sudbury, but he knows where my cousins are from. Okay. Let's see. The town of Erin. I don't even know where that is. Okay. The township of Frontenac Islands.
Okay.
How many is going to be in Oshawa?
That's like
Oshawa is. Let's see if Oshawa's in or out. I don't even know. Looks like Oshawa's in.
Oshawa should be in.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Well, they're pretty lax on the crack use.
I know. I know exactly.
Durham's in, yes.
Yeah, Durham. Oh, okay, so it's the Durham region.
Yeah, Durham region is in. The city of Mississauga out. The city of Markham out.
Really?
Yeah. And Ingersoll out. King is out. King City's out.
Why would they be out?
Surprise, surprise! All these fucking conservative fucking towns,
Yeah.
rich conservative towns are out.
Mississauga?
Yes, it's conservative.
I understand that, but I also think there's a very big Muslim population there. Maybe that outnumbered the voting.
I mean,
if people voted for it.
Usually, Muslim people that I know of are very conservative. They vote conservative.
Yeah, no, exactly. So that would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
they're just going to go to the next place over or online. They just
Order it online. Like, yeah, it's still legal. You just can't sell it for some reason.
Yeah. Highlands East is in.
I say to those people, take that stick off your ass.
Yeah.
And say, sure, a store or two.
Yeah, and then there's like I said, Toronto's in, but they have to have certain things.
Well, no, that makes sense though.
They do. I mean, you don't sell it near schools. Don't do that. Yeah, fine, whatever.
Yeah, 150 meters away from a school, and
perfectly
no one under the age of 19. Normal.
That's perfectly.
Yeah.
And 9 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
No 24 hours. No bars. No pot bars like cafes and stuff like they would have like in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it.
You can't. People smoke it outside anyway.
Yeah.
Jesus, I've gone out there when people's been having cigarettes, and fuck me.
No, but
the aroma of
but there is
weed.
there is pot cafes in Toronto that are allowed because of their zoning. There's some zoning thing where you can actually sit there or order a coffee, a donut, and smoke a joint.
Well, I don't see a problem with that.
I don't see a problem with it. Listen, I'm not one to fucking listen. I don't smoke pot, but I'll take the revenue.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, if you look at I don't know how true it is, but there was what I heard was in Denver. They made so much money out of the taxation.
The schools had to give back the money.
They had to give back the money because they couldn't use it.
They couldn't
That's fucking insane.
And apparently, like every kid's got an iPad. iPad Pro, like all the kids got top notch fucking equipment.
Well, I mean,
you're gonna start seeing a lot of smart kids come out of fucking Colorado. I'm not.
Well, we'll see if they do it in Toronto because like they're going backwards with schools in Toronto now.
Yeah,
cutting back fucking funding for schools. Probably going to be some massive fucking teacher layoffs and like it's going to get fucked.
Well, we'll see what happens after April 1st.
Well, they'll take the revenue and then they'll just say, "Oh, you're a rich bastard. You need a tax cut. There you go. We'll give you a tax cut."
Hey, listen, if they're going to use the fucking revenue for good shit, then yeah, let's do it. But if they're not, then I'm not against that too. I'll call Doug Ford on it myself.
I mean, if they're going to invest it in hospitals, if you're going to invest it in schools, if they're going to invest it in things such as that, then
if they do it, if we follow the model of Denver, yeah, I'm down.
But just giving tax cuts to corporations and turning around and saying, GM, keep those jobs there and we'll give you a massive discount because we're selling all this pot. Go fuck off.
Yeah. No, hey, listen, you're preaching to the choir, man. Like if they, like I think Denver in their first financial quarter, like literally paid for all the roads to be redone. You know,
they've made a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you do it right, then you can make a lot of money out of it.
No, exactly.
But this also goes on to the next stage, which is you look at the legalization or decriminalization of other drugs. So you look at the tax revenue you could fucking get. It's just insane amount of money.
Yeah, but what drug are you going to next? Crack?
Well, in Portugal, I've mentioned it before. In Portugal, they decriminalized everything. Everything is decriminalized.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that they've made it legal. They haven't made it legal. They've decriminalized it. So basically people having possession of heroin or whatever, they go to rehab rather than go to prison.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which makes much more sense.
I don't think an addict should go to jail. I think the dealer should go to jail. But that's a different story. I never blame the addicts. I wouldn't blame the addict for.
Well, I mean, one can't survive without the other, though.
No.
It's kind of a
no, but
symbiotic relationship.
It's capitalism on
Symbi-
drugs.
What-
Literally.
Yeah.
a symbiotic relationship.
Well, it is. The dealer can't fucking survive without
No.
a customer.
This is a
The
Savages
customer-
podcast. Stop using the big words here.
And the customer can't fucking survive without the dealer.
No.
No, and I get that, but I mean, the best way to get rid of the fucking drug problem is to take the snake from its head, right?
Well, I mean, it's
and that's not the addict. The
I mean,
addict's not the head of the
it's
snake.
Definitely a good idea to have like more places for people that actually want to get clean, or even like you grab them because you're carrying a bunch of fucking meth and a bunch of needles and whatever. You get caught, you get sent to fucking mandatory rehab.
Yeah.
You're there for 6 months rehabbing, and chances are some people will get out clean and will stay off clean.
sober.
Or they get caught 2 or 3 times, but I mean, until they get clean. I mean,
Here's the thing, though, and that's the thing, though. It's a process. It's not enough to send people to rehab. You gotta also kind of get them to relearn everything too. Like, what are they gonna do? Because a lot of people, you go to rehab, you come out of rehab, they don't know really anything else to do. Being an addict for so long, like that's the only thing you know how to do. So some people end up going back to it, but like it's almost like kind of like you gotta like retrain these people. Like you gotta go help them how to make a fucking resume, like the shit that we learned in high school, like in careers class. Make a resume, go find a job, and stuff like that.
Which is the way to go.
And opening up, honestly, like opening up places where these people can actually start doing that stuff, coming out, even just going to jail. Somebody that's going to jail, like coming out, like you should have some programs where they can come back into society and they can actually earn their way without dealing drugs or whatever the case that they went to jail for. Like, a lot of people, there can be a lot of smart people that went to jail for something, but they can't come out and go get a job because of their record.
yeah, because the job won't take someone with a felony. Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, people should have training, and government should actually have that kind of stuff where, like, people can actually go in and work. People with records.
Mm.
Yeah.
It almost, you know what? It almost think that they should hide it. Not hide it, but like in the resume. Have you ever been charged with a crime? Like, you know what I mean? No, not
And
really.
it sucks though, because like when they do your criminal background checks with the police, it doesn't say what kind of crime you committed. You could have killed 10 people and gone to jail.
No, it says
Or
if
you
you're
could have-
bondable or
you
not.
could have carried some fucking pot and gone to jail. All they say
Stolen
is
a Mars bar.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, but apparently the only thing, because I've done a background check, so like it says, like when you get the check back, it says if the person is bondable or not. It doesn't say what they did. If they're bondable, like especially when you're dealing with cash. So like again, he could have stole a Mars bar and got caught when he was 18, whatever. And the clerk was an idiot and decided to charge him for like ruin his life for a Mars bar. I would know that because it
That's
just
the
says
thing. Like they don't see exactly what crime.
it just
he
says
committed.
non-bondable, so I
Yeah.
don't give him the job.
Yeah.
That's the shitty part. I mean, I wish some stupid crime, petty crime should be seen. Yeah, he stole a Mars bar when he was 18. Like now he's 30. Like, is he going to steal a Mars bar now?
I think there need to be a better way to do it because obviously
Maybe not even check at all. Like, you're not allowed to check. How about that? I mean, am I wrong on this, Will?
I agree with you. I mean, in the UK, you get what they call. If you've been to prison, you'd never have a spent conviction, and it's called spent. So basically, it's after so many years of a certain crime, like 3 years, 5 years, and then there's 10 years for varying degree of whatever crime is, then that crime becomes spent. So when they do a check on you, it doesn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's major ones like rape, pedophile, stuff
No,
like that.
it doesn't show up. If you've been to prison, then it always shows up. It's always there. And then it's up to the employer to decide whether they wish to employ you or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, see, like again, with me, there's always exceptions to the rules. So, like, I think the only thing you should be able to, especially if you're working with children,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
you should be able to fucking pick up rape pedophilia, stuff like
Yes, you
that.
should. That's completely reasonable.
But other than that, stealing, $10 from someone isn't, shouldn't follow you for the rest of your fucking life. Because, like I said, you apply for a job at Walmart, they do a background check, and it just comes back and says non-bondable. And as a manager, you can't really.
Well, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's kind of dry. Like it's not
I mean, if you're the hiring person, that's up to you now.
Well, don't you have to get? Isn't it where you go for a pardon or something?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
I got one.
And then
But it still comes up.
Does it still come up like that?
Cops, yeah, when I get stopped. I thought that it didn't come up. So one day the one cop stopped me and he was like, license, registration, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, have you ever been charged with anything that I should know about? And I'm like,
Why?
No.
Why is he even asking you?
I have no idea.
I just said I'm not answering that question.
I was just like, no, I have a pardon. And he goes, well, what is it? He goes, I'll find out anyways as soon as I type your name in.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, we'll type it in. And I don't have to tell you.
Because you get this new thing that's come out where cops can stop you for any reason and breathalyze you. That's now going to be challenged, I believe, by what they call
I'm
it.
fucking torn on that, man.
No, I hope
no,
so.
I'm not at all.
I'm definitely not torn on that.
No, it's being challenged under the rights and the Bill of Rights and Freedom.
No, hey, listen. I'm torn on it because I see what they're trying to do.
No,
They're trying to make it look like, oh, we're trying to be safe and get the drunk drivers off and blah, 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 blah. But then this is like the slippery slope to like...
it's a massive slippery,
slope.
massive.
Yeah.
Because you're talking out of I can't remember the statistics, but out of 1,000 drivers, there's one drunk driver. So you're going to basically stomp on those that 999 drivers for that one driver. No.
Yeah.
No way, dude. No.
No, hey, listen.
No, and I understand the argument behind it, the emotional argument,
Exactly.
argument behind it. Like
You're right.
this would, like the family gets killed or the children get killed, and da 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 da. It's still statistically small, very very small.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, they can now. The police can go out and say, right, okay, you. I'm stopping you. And then the drunk driver still drives past.
No, hey, listen.
Like, no, fuck no.
I fully admit
Fuck
that
no,
the
dude.
part of me that says, yeah, let's do it, it's an emotional reaction. I fully admit it.
No.
The brain in me is like, what's next then?
Yeah.
It's taking away people's rights.
Just stopping me because
Stop
he doesn't
because
like
you want to.
Yeah.
he doesn't like my Ring of
when-
Honor hat. Like,
no,
you know what
but
I mean?
when is it? No, because then it goes automatically. You jump if you're really thinking about this, right? Us three are all walking down the street. What's the likelihood? The likelihood of one of us being stopped, and what colour skin would they be stopping?
Oh, I know.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
joke around with him all the time.
Yeah.
It's like fuck
Yeah.
off.
I think honestly, and Cal, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm more observant to people looking at him than he is.
No, you're not.
No.
You're 100%. Like, most of the time, you're fucking wrong. You just come up with like a story behind it, and then you just. I'm like, no, man, that's not what that guy was doing. Remember the homeless guy holding a board? You did.
Oh yeah, I completely read that wrong.
You read that wrong. This homeless guy was holding a board that's saying homeless,
Will
hungry, willing to work, and he was. What did you come up with? Like,
I have an excuse why.
he's like
You've been
homeless,
hit on the
hungry.
No, I have an excuse why. Okay, the usual homeless guy there, right? There's 2 or 3 of them.
Okay, yeah. Go on.
Has like the I'm hungry. I have like 5 or 6 kids or whatever. I assumed, and again, you always warn me when you assume you make an ass or whatever, that it was the same guy. And I was like, oh yeah, look, read this sign: 5 kids, fucking starving, feed me, give me money. He goes, no, he's looking for a job, you idiot. I'm like, what? I look, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, he is. This is the wrong homeless guy. I just assumed that it was that guy, and whatever. But I don't know, man. Maybe it is me, and maybe I'm just overprotective of Cal. I guess because he's my friend.
Probably.
that like people just look at him like, what the fuck you looking at?
Yeah,
him
like-
for?
But
What do you
but
mean?
the thing is, this is where I try not to, or I can't say never, but I certainly try not to put myself in a person of colour's shoes because I'm not a person of colour. I've got white privilege. I've got that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
No,
and I don't argue.
dude,
with
and
that.
I don't claim to ever understand it. I can't. No, I can. I will
Like
never.
it's funny too, because like when you look at you put me and Will together, we're both immigrants, but with people will look past his accent and
Yes.
not even see
No.
an immigrant,
No, not at all.
no,
right?
no,
Nobody will. It's
no, I
just
agree.
how it is.
The only time that has ever come anywhere within an nth of a degree
Yeah.
close is once I was in Tim Hortons, and you know the one on Blur. I was down there and I had my uniform on and I asked for a coffee, and this guy fucking stupid fucking hat on, reverse back and stupid like tracksuit on and everything else, and you could see obviously he didn't work. But he was the one that mentioned, "Look at all these immigrants coming in and taking our jobs because of my accent." But that's only once.
Yeah, and the one
Ever.
time, and the one time with me was when I first moved here. When I was like, I told you a couple weeks ago, when the guys, we had the flags on the car, and the guy goes, "Go back to where you come from," and I was like, "Malvern."
Yeah.
Like, where do you want me to come from? Like,
Yeah, it's stupid.
But yeah, no, and I don't. I never try to say
But that's where you see that is the problem that you have with that. I understand the emotional argument about it because we all know those stories. We've all got a story to tell about a drunk driver, about somebody that's been that things such as that. We all have that, and it does literally pull at our heartstrings. But what you have to be cold and clinical at that point and say, right, these are the statistics.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, it's awful for anybody that's lost life, and I do apologise if I'm sounding cold here, but it's the real statistics. It's what's going to affect the majority because, as I keep telling people, you can't take a law and say, okay, we're going to apply this law just to this section of society. If you make a law, a federal law in Canada, it is supposed to be 100% across the board.
Yeah.
100%. It doesn't matter what colour you are, what creed you are, anything. It covers the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So you can have your little old dainty lady she might have had a couple of sherries too fucking many, right? She's driving along in her little Honda, right? And the police, she's a little old white lady, we won't bother with her. And she goes and then she plows into a fucking schoolyard and kills how many kids. And then while they're checking off these three black dudes, because they can.
Yeah, no, hey, listen.
That's
the person who hit the school a couple of weeks ago when I couldn't go into work. Like, thank God that was a Saturday night. That happened over here.
Yeah.
Like, the power was out, and
Yeah.
Thank God it was a Saturday night and not like a Monday morning with the kids there. Like, thank God.
But you see,
and with that case, yeah, you're right. They 9 times that person probably would have let go, and they probably would have.
Think about it though. Like with the law, before the law got changed to that, people were still getting stopped for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Now they don't even need a fucking
No.
excuse.
No.
They can just say stop.
Yeah.
And then you have to stop.
Yeah, no,
You've no option.
You have no option.
That, and I mean, as much as it may sound as if I'm really going onto the extreme edge, which possibly could be, but that is where the beginning of a police state starts.
Yeah.
Because you're giving carte blanche powers to stop a citizen from going about in their lawful, binding way.
Yeah.
And then they're just driving their car. Stop. Why? And they can't question you. They've got to take the breathalyzer, because if you don't take the breathalyzer test, then you're taken down.
You're automatically guilty. Yeah, you're impounded.
You know
and
what I mean?
stuff.
They take you like What? Whoa! No! That's completely against the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Yeah.
Completely against it. And I understand why these lawyers are going to challenge it, because it does go against that.
Oh, dude, I say challenge it. I mean, like I said,
yeah, absolutely.
Completely.
challenge it.
The part of me that is for it is I get it. It's an emotional reaction, but the statistic part of me. And if I'm going to preach that, I go from black and white.
I mean, it's like under the chart. I mean, that covers 100% of people that are here in Canada. It covers everybody.
Yeah.
So and I mean, for the most part, and I'll as much as I dislike the profession, but for the most part, the police will stick by the chart. The chart. You know what I mean? They will. Because they know if they do go against it, then the case is going to get thrown out of court. It's as simple as that. But when you bring in a law that says they can stop you for any reason whatsoever, even if they were to tweak that and then say if you're driving and you look impaired, then the police can stop you.
Yeah.
Then I can understand. That's a little bit better. But even they could say, well, then the police could say, well, you look as if you're impaired. So as a consequence of that, then because you see, the thing is, what they've done is they've tagged it on. If you look at how they've tagged it, they've tagged it on to the legalization of marijuana.
Yeah.
Because then they say, right, okay, now you're driving high against driving, because obviously everybody in Canada now smokes dope. So now we can stop you for whatever reason because we think that you're smoking weed. No, dude.
The thing with stopping is funny to me how arbitrary it is. Because I have a headlight out in my car, and
which you haven't got fixed yet. Why?
I have fixed it twice, and it just shorts out.
Well, you should take it back to your dealer there and then
actually
take a look at it.
My brother's thinking we're trying one more thing, and then I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
We're thinking that the fuse isn't.
Yeah, it's definitely something wrong with your wiring there.
Definitely.
No. He thinks it's a fuse because it's the wrong voltage, like the wrong fuse. We looked, and it's not powering the light properly. Okay. So we're gonna.
Anyway, you go back to.
It's funny to me. When was that time we got stopped by the cops there?
When we went to 7-Eleven.
So not this Thursday, the Thursday before. Yeah.
The cop stopped.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, it was because of my light and stuff like that." But since then, 'cause I've passed maybe 60 cops.
Okay.
And no one gives a shit, except for the one cop. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. It's weird to me how that.
Yeah, it depends on the cop and what he's doing at the time. It's like just driving around, not doing anything.
Yeah, but you've
like.
exactly. You've told about the story about the Easter, where the Italian cop just says, "Right, on you go," because it's Easter. You understand the cultural aspect of it.
Yeah,
that's fine. But this what my problem is that they can stop you anytime, anywhere, for anything.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And use drinking and driving as the
excuse. Or well, driving impaired. Because obviously you've got the legalization.
Yeah.
All right, we're all fucking potheads now.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, if you smoke dope, don't drive your fucking car.
Yeah.
If you've been drinking, don't drive your fucking car. End of fucking story.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, don't do the. I'm having one and then I'm going home.
No,
don't fucking drink.
Don't get me wrong. I don't have no sympathy for anybody who does that.
But then it's a matter of saying, right, what we're going to do is now take it to this degree and say. Everybody, everywhere can be stopped and done and blah, blah, blah. And if you don't then go for the breathalyzer, which will give you a reading on whether you've smoked pot or whether you're drinking or whether you've drunk, then what you're doing is you're being arrested.
And
Why?
What are you going to do? You have like a go out. Been drinking since 8 o'clock the last night. Drank till 4 in the morning. You wake up around 12 o'clock. You want to go get a coffee. You get in your car. Cop decides to pull you over. You're feeling fine at this moment, but if the cop gives you a fucking breathalyzer, you definitely
blow over. Yeah.
But are you drunk though? Still,
it's debatable to what degree. You can look at the studies on one side of things. You can look at the studies on another, and have that debate at that point. Sure, but If as I said, I understand the emotional argument behind it. I
Of course,
get that.
anybody would.
I get that. That makes perfect sense to me in the way that people are, especially this day and age. They're going more and more to backing emotional law rather than what the practicalities and in law in that sense that is meaningful.
Well,
to that
isn't this the
degree.
kiddo calling it? Never mind.
What do you mean?
Never mind. I completely fuck up that saying.
No, I don't believe in emotional law, but being emotionally brought forward.
I know,
I don't agree with that at all. I agree with if you're going to bring a law in that's going to affect every single citizen of this country of ours, then what you do is you look at it and you look at the scientific studies and everything else behind it, and then say, okay, this is going to make a change for the better of society.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you
Because that's the only. I think that's the only way that you can go forward. You make an emotional law, which we've already you look at ICE in the United States of America. I mean, how many kids have they lost now? They're losing kids or hand over fucking fist.
Losing them or dying?
No, there's some dying.
2 died.
There's some dying,
Which
and
is
then-
too many.
Yes, it is. But then they're also snatching these kids from the parents, putting them in foster homes or whatever they're doing with them, and then
I think
they're losing them.
Loosely calling those things foster homes.
Yeah.
They're caged animals.
Yeah, and they're putting children in now.
I
Not
know,
saying they're
This
animals.
is
I'm
this
saying
is
they're
this is
like
under
caged.
this is that aspect that I'm talking about, the emotional side of things, because you have these orange things followers where they turn around and say, okay, yeah, we agree, that's it, we don't want Mex and this stupid fucking wall, and well, have you seen that meme? There's a meme going around where if you build that wall, my generation will tear it down. And it's a little girl. She's about 6 or 7, and she's holding up this placard because we'll tear the fucker down, which they're going to do. But the funniest thing, I don't know if you heard that one in the news, where they're now building drones big enough to carry people over the wall.
Amazon. You get like Amazon.
Order your own Mexican? Is that?
Amazon Immigration Services.
Oh,
It's
shit.
just like fucking just flying Mexicans over the wall.
They haven't perfected the shopping with drones yet.
Not yet, but they will do.
Apparently, in some states they do have it.
It wouldn't surprise me. But the thing that I don't get is again, history speaks louder the more you look into it, right? If you look at it, what did the French and the French resistance do when they needed to get from point A to point B and there was a fence in the way? They went underneath. They built a fucking tunnel. Yeah. So how low into the floor is that wall going to go?
Considering they're already using tunnels to get to the stage.
Yeah, well, look at El Chapo. Did you see his fucking thing? His underground tunnels?
Oh, yeah, things such as that.
Fully functional electricity, fucking motorcycle paths.
But you go to Vietnam, you look at the tunnel system that the Viet Cong used against the Americans when they were there. I mean, I don't understand this thinking. It doesn't make any sense.
Nobody does.
It does promote this emotional response in people. Sure, I get it. But now you've got, again, Trump being the fucking arsehole that he truly is, right? He goes on to a trade war. Now you've got farmers, they're literally the American government saying, no, we'll pay for your stuff. We'll give you money as a subsidy because the Chinese aren't buying your soya or whatever anymore because they've said, no, fuck you. We'll put a tariff on it. So they're saying fuck off. Mm-hmm. And the Chinese have gone elsewhere and boomed somebody else's economy because of Donald Trump doing what he's doing. So he's saying he's going to put these new tariffs on. They're going to do this and they're going to do that. It's fucking Jesus Christ. The guy's a fucking dick.
Oh, fucking, it hurts like with his tariffs and shit. Like, it hurts fucking like small businesses here, like for like fucking Worlds Collide and like when they order stuff in, like all their distributors are in the States. Yeah. And like you're ordering shit in, you're like fucking now. And you can't even mark, like when you're selling the product, you can't mark them up too high, then people won't buy it. Yeah. So you're literally like not even breaking even on some of the things that you're selling. No. Just so you can sell it.
But it's having even if you've got a mild understanding of economics, The poorer you make, you can have these rich and super rich people. That's fine. They have all the money. But the people below that, the poorer you make them, guess what? They're going to start investing in shelter and food rather than luxuries or anything else other than shelter and food.
Yeah.
Well, it's human behavior.
That's what they're going to do. So you're saying it's okay for all these people up here to have all this wealth, but then we'll start pushing wages down. So these corporations' profits can go up. And as a consequence of that, these people can't afford things. Mm-hmm. And as they can't afford things, they don't buy them. Yeah. But go on credit. Well, you can't get credit.
Nope.
So
too poor to get credit.
Yeah. And this is your system that you truly believe in.
Oh, Jesus!
It is.
It's true, though. You do believe in
it. It is. You believe in this system. And this is how fucked up it truly is. So as wages are, each year, inflation goes that way. So for every wage, you stagnate wages are still going down because of inflation.
Yeah.
They're going down because of things going up. You look at when the minimum wage came in, businesses loved it. They absolutely fucking loved it when it went up, because all of a sudden they could then legitimately, in your eyes, put the prices up because they have to pay for these workers. They weren't going to take it out of the profits or anything else. They would just say, nope, we're going to put it up. So the profits actually went through the fucking roof because they instead of putting on a cent where they needed to put on a cent, they put 10 cents on. And people didn't oh no, these fucking workers, they wanted at $14, $15 an hour. No, fuck off.
I never said I was against the minimum wage hike.
Huh?
I never said I'm against the minimum wage hike.
I never said you did.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, this is just my economic rant, that's all.
Oh, well, some rant, thank you. That's the way we like to end the year off.
With the Will rant, yeah. Yeah.
But, first of all, I guess you said, but I was never against the minimum wage hike. I just thought it was too much too soon. If you want to do 50 cents a year,
it wouldn't have mattered.
No.
50 cents a year?
No.
They'll still go up 5 cents on anything.
No, and I get that. And I get that. But what I'm saying, though, is at least people have a fighting chance. I don't mind like an inflation rate.
I don't see how you can look at a corporation such as Walmart and say that gives them a fighting chance. How?
I didn't say to them.
Who then?
Just the workers. To afford shit.
Well, that's what the minimum wage went up for.
I know that.
So they could afford.
But what I'm saying, I thought it was too much too soon. Like,
I think how much the minimum wage is kind of irrelevant, because even if it was 50 cents from whatever it was, $11.75 or whatever, there's still places like obviously Walmart, like big companies like that would still do a markup on their stuff because it went up 50 cents. Yeah. So it's really like it could have minimum wage could have gone up to like $18 an hour. They would have still done the same markup.
Yeah, they would.
According to how much it went up. Yeah. The markup still goes up. Like when you're thinking minimum wage is going up, that's like almost like getting a raise. You're not really getting anything. You're still at where you at. You're not up anything at all.
No, and I get that, but I mean, at least it gives the workers a fighting chance. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm wording myself.
What you mean by a fighting chance? In what way? Fighting chance
to afford shit and be able to do stuff, and I get it. They would do that, but I mean, at least it's something.
No, it's like
the other thing I didn't agree with. The other thing I didn't agree with with the minimum wage hike is that I didn't get nothing out of the deal. What bugged me was that I'm making X amount of dollars, just say bouncing. I've done it for years, whatever, right? And the Joe Schmo who's been there 6 months.
So what?
That's up to your employer, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's not up to the government.
No, but a lot of governments, especially in Europe, what they do is they do a mandatory. Everybody gets the rate.
But you then are basically saying, and I don't wish to over insult you, but you're doing the epitome of fuck you, Jack. I'm getting nothing out of it, so you're still going to be a poor bastard. That's what you're saying. You're saying to those people, you don't deserve getting a living wage, because I'm not getting a raise. So fuck you.
Well,
that's what you're saying.
In a roundabout, yeah, I guess I am saying that.
Yeah.
But
that's up to your employer. If your employer wants to give you a raise, because other people are getting a raise, fine.
Which is perfectly fine. But that's
Yeah, but what's
But
wrong?
if he then turns round, because now this is what you argue against. But this is where he says, okay, I can carry on exploiting you at the same level that I am, even though they've got a raise. So he's not this nice, comfortable Mister. Oh, let's call you family. I'll give you a raise. He's saying, fuck you. You're getting nothing.
Well, yeah. Hence why I'm not a bouncer.
Yeah.
There.
Well, it just makes sense, right? Like some people, it's the employer. Like I work for places where when the minimum wage went up, I didn't get that whatever the bump up was, and then I work for other places that like whatever the bump up was to the minimum wage, like it went from like at one point I think it went from like $9.25. Or it's like $10.20 to like $11.25 or $11.50.
Yeah.
Right? That was a pretty significant raise from what it was. Because it used to be like a 25 cents or 50 cents max.
Dude, I remember starting working, I was like making $5.50 an hour.
And where I was working, what I was getting paid at that time, I can't remember. I think it was like $15 or $16. So all these people that just started there that was getting paid minimum wage, everybody that was making that $15 or $16 got the difference that the minimum wage went up by.
Rise by. Yeah.
Everybody got a bit of a raise because of that, just to keep that, everybody happy.
Yeah.
But again, that's up to the employer.
Yeah.
Like if you have a good employer, they'll pay you for what you're worth, right? Like
now you're making me depressed now, okay?
no, but it's just that is like, yeah, it's not fair to say that this person isn't allowed X amount of money because I've been here longer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm also greedy.
There you go.
Well, yeah.
That's another X factor that you've got to put into.
I'm very greedy when it comes
Well, I
to
mean,
money.
especially being a capitalist yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
The greed comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Dude,
Straight in.
No, I'm not. I'm not. When it comes to, I'm very greedy. I'm very greedy. Whatever. It's my sins, I guess.
Sure.
I'm about fun, cool. Anyways, I'm ending this.
All right.
Okay.
On that note, people, we'll see you in the new year.
Any New Year's resolutions?
No. Drink more. And maybe go to classes that bore me. Because there are 2 classes that I kind of skipped halfway through the year. And, I didn't get really low marks. I got like 85 in one and 89 in the other. But it was just like...
Could you imagine what you had gotten if you'd have went?
And then the other, that's what my mom said. I'm like, what'd you get? I sent her all the marks, and she's like, oh, well, why are these too low? It's like, it was like math and like health and healing, some hippy-dippy fucking class that I skipped half of. And
Hippy-dippy feeling?
no, it was a lot of talking about stuff. There wasn't really much to it. I skipped half of it, and I still got like fucking 85 on it. So I'm like, all right, cool.
What happens if like you get a job at like an interview and they're like, so how'd you do in hippy dippy feelings?
I'm like, well,
I got 89%.
Well, I got 89%. That's what I got. What did you get, dude? It's like I got 89%, and I only went to half of it.
Will, any New Year's resolutions? No. Aren't you gonna join the gym?
I'm seriously thinking about that. Over these last week or so, because I was going to talk to you about it the other day, and I forgot as usual. But I was thinking seriously about joining one and literally going at the end of the shift.
Because we're right there.
Two. Yeah,
I'm
seriously thinking about that.
Actually, probably if I actually have a resolution, it will probably be not to eat out too much. I eat out way too much.
Yeah.
Like, it's just freaking when there's food and groceries in the house. Yeah. I eat out because it's easier to wait 20 minutes for the food to get here than cook the food in 20 minutes and eat it. Yeah. So, I got to do that. Yeah. That would be it.
Your resolution is to put our clothing line or our merchant onto links and things, which you forgot last time.
No, I was told right after to do it at the Christmas party or the Friends and Family Day party. So
Festivus party.
No, it was Festivus for him. It was Christmas for us.
Yeah, but yeah. So yes,
which worked as a compromise.
Yeah, exactly.
So
what? Did you have fun?
Of course I did.
Were you happy to see us?
Well, some of you.
I was happy to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Half a fucking step. Go fuck yourself. Anyways,
You got any resolutions?
if you're going to the gym, I need a partner, so I'm going back to the gym. I'm starting soon, so
I'm seriously thinking about it. Well, I'll talk about it off air when.
as soon as we get off the air, we'll talk to you about it. Anyways, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year,
Go
people.
fuck yourselves.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. Peace.
We'll see you in 2019 unless the world blows up and then we're all fucked.
Well, if that's the case, thanks for downloading.
Yeah.
Please, we need the download numbers before the end of the world.
Yes.
Bye.
See ya.